Okay, so greetings, everyone. Welcome to
Wait, was
Tuesday,
that different,
June
or was it just
14th.
me?
Okay, you need to stop talking for a moment. It is Tuesday, June 14th. Welcome to Today Tonight. And I'm told a couple of times that we do like way too many inside jokes and that nobody knows who is on the
Fuck
show
that.
with us. So what I've decided to do today for Tuesday is to introduce everybody as Brooklyn in the house. Hey, Greenpoint. Is to introduce everybody as distinctly as I possibly can. So the Jackie Chair, aka Dennis, next to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan, baby.
He's known as the Jackie Chair on RadioGunk.com in the forum section. And what Dennis does is he does the morning review of the show. So he does the live listening thread every morning. So anybody who doesn't do that with us, I highly recommend you go to RadioGunk.com in the forum section and follow along as Dennis falls asleep to the show and basically says, "Who the fuck is this show for?" and just gets angry, basically. So it's just angry Dennis first
Are
thing
there any
in the
nudes
morning
of Dennis out there?
at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Then you have Armquaman, which is very hard to say, and that's John. So John has been with me since the beginning in terms of doing the podcast, and we have been doing it together as a team for as long as we've been doing the show.
The origins of that was I wanted to do one, you wanted to do one, and OV Aardvark put us together.
Got us together. That's exactly right.
From,
And I didn't know
PayPal
who
Shed.
to go to do this podcast with. I always thought of Xavier because Xavier always was just, deliciously retarded in threads on the
And he
Dog
goes
Show.
back to the Stern Fan Network.
And he goes back, right. So he had like really good history and really good knowledge. And I originally, approached him. I didn't even know him. And I was like, hey, what do you think about doing a podcast? And he's like, fuck no. There's not a shot in hell that I would actually do that with you, P.S. Who are you? And so Ovi's like, no, you're barking up the wrong tree. John is the man. He is the guy, and he's, he knows everything about the Stern Show, which he does. And then you have Phineas J. Whiskers, aka Xavier, who I don't know what actually possessed him to want to join our show with us, but here he is. And
Hey,
Xavier
Mo,
has.
I took care of that thing for you.
There you go. That's why he's here. So
Hey, I'm gonna go get the papers. Get the papers.
yeah, go get the papers. So Xavier joins us from California, and he has some innate knowledge of the Stern Show, LA based. So he,
Hey, what about me? Do I
yeah,
get
okay,
intro
right.
too?
And then Whiskers, who is his bizarre alternate reality persona,
How's it going, bitches?
basically is a
Motherfuckers.
drug addicted cat
Can't
who
prove that.
has really
Those records have been sealed.
exceeded his 9 lives, but yet he brings the juice, he brings the gossip, and he brings the dirt that nobody else really has the balls to talk about.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers.
That's exactly right. Okay, so that's who is on the show with us. I made a comment yesterday at the beginning of the show, and I'm sticking with that. So regardless of what, hacky, retarded shit goes on in the world of comedy, I am statazit. I am not saying a fucking word about it. And it's taking all the strength I have to not talk about it. But I shan't.
I don't know who M is, but he has
Who's
a very
M?
poignant comment. He's in the
Any
chat.
nudes of Dennis out there?
John-
Yeah,
Jonathan-
and about the 14-minute mark in private resort, you can see Dennis's Tampa cans, side nipplage, and side boobage.
Ooga.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Hey,
I
Genta, I was not in Stuttering John's chat today. I wish I was not.
where?
He asked me if I was in Stuttering. I guess somebody was trolling John, and he assumed it was me. I don't know.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Call me shocked that a
Call me
troll
shocked.
troll trolls. I mean, just really, it's just kind of,
Isn't
it's like a Russian fucking nesting doll of shit, and I can't even discuss it. I decided to get away from that shit show today. I played with my dogs all fucking day long,
Gary
and
Puppet is in there.
I just I got nothing. I got nothing about it. So okay, so we're gonna start our show, and here's the thing, I have 21 clips. I don't know why.
Because one of them, I broke one of them up in 5 instead of.
Oh, no,
putting
no,
one
no,
in
no.
big
This
fat
has nothing to do with your clips.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. I have 21 clips from today. So what we're going to do is we are going to play what is it that you guys would like to hear, because I got lots of shit and not necessarily. I know I'm all over Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sí, pinche loco.
Yes, 21 clips from today. So I will confess
21.
that every one of
This
them
is not
is
the
less
powder you're looking for.
than every one of them is less than a minute long. So we can certainly go through them. I mean, 21 minutes worth of not even, probably like 15 minutes worth of clip. It's just a matter of what you guys would like to. What is a clip exactly? What is a beat?
Oh,
So
What's a beat?
let's just start the morning off as the morning went. Again, I didn't listen to the show until about like 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I just happened to be really concentrating on it, which I normally don't do. And that's why I got so many clips from today. We are definitely getting into Obi-Wan just immediately. But let's start with what kind of TV Howard watches, and we will go from there. Here we go.
I watch my show. I get in bed before my wife. I watch whatever show I watch. I watch masculine shows before my wife gets in bed, like James Bond. I watch the latest James Bond.
What?
And but
She doesn't even like a James Bond movie.
no, I put it on 2 minutes. She says to me, "You continue watching your show. I'll go in the other room." I go, "Honey,
Honey.
you're wearing a chemise or what?" She comes in this little outfit.
Chemise.
It's not even an outfit. It's just whatever she's wearing. I go, "Honey,
Chemise.
there's nothing more masculine than me laying in bed with you."
So that's
Masculine.
how he basically.
You know what? The big takeaway of that is he constantly does these little things to make you relate to the a common person listening. When he goes, "Why don't you go into the other room?" Which one? There's
Oh,
like
I know.
fucking like
I know.
50 rooms,
Well-
a home theater, chef kitchen, all that stuff. But for him to say, "Why don't you go into the other room?" That makes someone listening to, "Oh, yeah, like I have the same
whole-
situation. I just
The
go
whole
into the other room
the whole
too."
thing's a lie because Beefus already has its own wing. I mean, it's not
Exactly.
watching TV in bed.
Go into the other room.
Pelican.
Okay.
It's not watching TV in the other room. It's just saying good night. Have a great fucking night.
Yeah, but for
this
him to say,
Bobble
"Go into
Booey
the other
GIF
room."
was
Yeah,
like the best thing ever. I know you have it from the site, but I had actually
yeah.
downloaded it.
This is this is that song "Groove Is in the Heart,"
Grooves in
and
the heart.
Bobble Booey
on my back.
made
Make me
for
feel
us.
with satisfaction when I'm done. Satisfaction when to come. I couldn't ask for another.
greatest.
Howard grooving today.
Ask for another.
So this is what Howard calls groovin' when there's no guests. And he tells his staff 3 weeks in advance, "I don't want any guests. I want to groove."
Yeah.
That's a real state. He told Terry Gross this from NPR. This is a real
Wig is in the
grooving
heart.
Wig is in
There's a
Oh,
great
it's so
SNL
stupid.
sketch
I
with
just love
Christian
everything
Slater.
about it. I have to tell you, I absolutely love everything about
It's
this.
so
It made me
brilliant.
laugh so hard.
Four
But
little
then when he
Robins.
came out with Obi-Wan Kenobi, then that just
Obi-Wan.
took precedence, and that became so much more important.
You should just
than-
let this play the whole time we talk about the show.
I think that
because
is an
that's what he's doing.
excellent- I think that's an
The
excellent
Cubs are
idea.
killing us.
He's just
Okay.
grooving.
Enough of that.
Of course, we need just the obligatory.
Come on, Miss Beaverhausen. I'm a cop.
Beaverhausen!
Don't bullshit me. I know there's a bomb in there.
Tiger Lily. That body is too heavy to be Howard.
Exactly. And to not mention Beth laying on the floor today, which I think was just like the
Oh, that was
funniest.
price on the Berber rug.
Christ.
Oh my God, that
What a-
was great. Okay, Trent's
Wait, I
ex-wife,
still
you
like
are
the
new for us.
cross-eyed.
So welcome, Trent's ex-wife.
Trent's
What's worse, a
ex-wife.
senile old billionaire doing bad radio show that was good 20 years ago, or a bunch of awkward boomers cackling at their own jokes and talking over each other? Oh, we're so much better. We're so much better, Trent. And thank you so much for listening to us, because there you
Cool.
are. Okay,
You're
fuckface.
here listening. Excellent.
Thank you, A. Smith. Next time,
$2.
actually, just make a comment, and then we can talk to you about it, or you can ask a question or something
A.
like
Smith's
that.
a man. She's a great guy. He's
She's a great guy.
Great guy.
He's a devotee in all our
Oh,
chats. He
devotee.
leads. He's just a great guy. Great,
Awesome,
encouraging
awesome.
emails. We're
Okay,
nothing without you, chat. We're nothing without your
Yeah.
brilliant comments.
Well, we're something, but the chat is really what makes us special. I just go back to Carl saying, if you listen to the chat and that's what you talk about, then you don't really have a show. It's like au contraire.
Oh, bullshit.
The
There's so
chat
much brilliant
makes-
stuff.
The chat makes the show. It just really does. I'm a man, goddammit, A. Smith says. Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Okay, so let us continue on. So we have a couple of clips about him getting into some new shows, because he was talking about James Bond, and then when Beth gets into bed, they watch girly shows, because Beth doesn't
Girly
watch
shows.
manly shows.
That's right.
Because
Sure.
as we know, Beth stopped when she got her period, so she stopped aging at 13, and so that is perpetually where she resides.
Without doubt.
No, Zuma Dog Howard has not talked about his parents lately.
And he
which
just
has
cut
been
it off,
kind of
like
Could they
summarily
just,
cuts
are
it
they
off.
dead?
Zuma Dog says Howard talked about his parents lately. I sent Jennifer Witt some emails about it. Hopefully, caused her to blow a gasket, and talk to Howard about making fun of his parents. Yeah, that probably doesn't work. We have somebody
only thing-
called Bring Back Jackie on Twitter who does that pretty much every day. I mean, he CCs everybody from
Every 5
Andy
minutes.
Cohen to TMZ.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. Jennifer Witz, who is this show for? And nobody listens. Nobody cares.
Full disclosure, so like someone doesn't call.
Oh,
us out
I
later.
disagree, Monique.
hang
Russell
on,
Crowe
hang on.
listens.
Can I do a full
Russell
disclosure?
Crowe listens very well.
Go,
Mr.
babe.
Whiskers has got the band hammer tonight, so he's on the keyboard licking his balls. So if someone gets banned by then they got banned. So
Okay, sir. Some of you may be wondering where Bon Jovial is. Just so you know,
Australia?
he actually works, and he's actually been a busy boy lately.
buy me
but
kangaroo down. Oh,
we are
Sport.
planning a Shuli Part 3 of sorts, so that is in
6.
the works for the summer vacation. So you'll be hearing from him, because you know he has to shine. He has to be in the fucking
So-
spotlight in order to.
So
be on
they
the show.
did talk about his parents today. Of course, it was stories from
ever so
50
little.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was literally, that's all he's really done. He hasn't, and he's busy. He was really concerned about getting off the air because he had such busy stuff to do, and then it was his Peloton. I mean, literally, he said that.
All right, so he
I mean,
started
come
talking about
on.
the shows that he likes, and everybody keeps telling him he should get into the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Obi-Wan.
he got
show.
invited to this.
Obi-Wan.
And he couldn't really quite understand that. I'm just loving this groove is in the heart. I'm sorry, but we're just going to go into... And everything they say about Star Wars is wrong.
It's wrong.
So that's
100%
why
wrong.
you guys have to listen to it, because you're both Star Wars nerdlesteins, and
A
we
little.
can talk it a little.
I'm slightly.
A little.
What's the satisfaction in recommending a show to an idiot like Howard? If you're in his meeting, like what's the big payoff?
I'll
A
tell you
big
what it
idiot
is.
likes the same thing you do.
Now, you know what it is? You know what it is,
Please
Johnny?
explain.
It's
Please.
when you have nothing to talk to somebody about,
Yes, and you go to
you
that. Yes.
default right to, so what are you watching these days?
Yeah,
What's,
This
anything
is-
good? Am I missing anything good on Netflix? Or
Well, the truth is, this is what they would in football they would call Marty ball, in that he knows he's a couple of weeks away from a vacation, so he's literally just handing the ball to the running back and waiting for the clock to run out.
Well, he
Yeah.
does that in January, actually.
Exactly.
It's true, but it's become painfully
He's giving the ball to
apparent now.
John Riggins in January.
But you know what? In January, there was a little bit of like optimism, like maybe something semi-entertaining. would
Now, when
happen.
Monique shows you the guest
Now
list,
it's over.
there's no
Oh, yeah. I
optimism.
can't wait to
He's
look
just
at that
handing the
guy's
ball
list.
to the running back and watching the clock tick. That's all.
We
he's
got
doing.
nothing. All right, so let's talk about Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
All right, here we go.
¿Qué pasó?
The show I keep forgetting to watch is this Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which
I haven't started that yet. Yeah.
I lost track of the whole Star Wars universe when that so-called genius George, whatever his name is, who
Lucas.
invented Lucas, when he started making the 3 new ones after
Isn't
the
he
3
friends with
original
Robin?
ones, I lost track. It was so stupid.
So that's how he starts.
All right, so this shows what an imbecile he is.
Wow.
Those three movies that Lucas made, and Lucas has made billions of dollars. Howard, you haven't. Those 3 movies actually set up the previous 3 movies, because it's the backstory that was always supposed to be there, but he can't
That's right.
comprehend that.
And
It's-
1977 is the first mention of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's pretending he doesn't know how to say his name.
No, I know. No, I
1977.
don't think. I actually think he really can't. I honestly think.
No, but when were
you
the
know-
3 movies? When were the next 3 movies made? When did they start those?
90s. They came out in the 90s.
And 99.
99.
Wait,
next,
which one are you? What are you exactly?
I'm talking about like after the first 3 Star Wars.
Yeah.
movies.
The prequels. I
The
think it's 99.
prequels. When did
Yeah.
they start coming out?
99.
The prequel, the first one was 1999. That was the
Okay,
Phantom
so that's what
Menace.
he's talking about. So he gave up on it basically 22 years ago, 23 years ago.
Okay, no. I think what he's also referring to is the sequel trilogy by J.J. Abrams, who was his buddy through the whole process.
Yeah.
Remember, he was on the show several times.
Yep.
It was a total. Remember, like, we got a private screening. They got a private screening of
worst movies
some
ever
of
made.
those movies, and they were like, "Oh, they're so wonderful." Blah blah blah. Now, J.J. Abrams clearly has ghosted him, so now it's like, "Oh, I don't know anything what's going on."
Do you know how their relationship started?
No,
Who,
tell
him and
me.
J.J. Abrams?
J.J. Abrams and Howard. J.J. Abrams let Howard take Ashley, Deborah, and I don't know if Emily was on the set of Felicity. And he was the executive producer of Felicity, and he squired them around for weeks.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did a bunch of, like, TV stuff.
I think they had a cameo as well.
He did Lost too, right?
Bell L says, I love the part in Star Wars where Obi-Wan stole the rims off the Millennium Falcon.
No, but like, you're right. There's a bunch of stuff the J.J. Abrams Howard stuff. There's a connect. I mean, even what's that one movie, 8mm or whatever it's called? That
Nicolas
They
Cage.
gave him a screener, and Ralph leaked it onto the internet.
Yeah, it was on the internet.
Oh, no.
Remember?
It was not 8mm. That's Nicolas
What's it called?
Cage movie. It was Dennis. Oh God, what?
Somebody will know.
There's a number in it. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
there's a number in it. It's a movie about those
9.5
kids.
weeks.
8mm?
So, somebody's gonna get it in the chat. Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
someone will get it.
It said H Stern on the
on
Yeah,
the
it did, on the-
screener,
on the
and this
thing
is
that was
back
leaked
when
on
like
the
people were
internet.
going on Pirate Bay. So there was a copy.
Yes.
There was a copy of whatever they lent Stern on Pirate Bay.
Super 8. Thank you, Randy
Super 8.
Marsh.
That was
Super 8.
that was literally viewed by millions of people. It cost that production a grip of fucking money. So
Yeah.
and after that, the relationship kind of cooled down considerably.
Softened.
Well, I mean,
So
Eight-
now Howard's like, I don't know anything about Star Wars. Yeah, bro.
Can I go to the next clip?
I got you,
Because
Super
it just
8,
gets
right
worse.
here.
Let me go to the next clip.
8mm.
Here we go.
Mike,
Give me the plot again, because I used to know Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was, tell me if I have it right, Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yes.
was the
Obi-Wan.
douchebag who taught,
Douchebag.
I mean, Luke Skywalker to
Get a
learn to be
vocabulary.
a Jedi Knight from the puppet, right?
Yoda,
Well,
yes.
but Obi-Wan.
Yo,
Wait.
Yoda.
Can you pause for a
What,
second?
right?
Yeah, but we're done. The
Please,
clip's done.
just for a second. One second, I
Okay,
beg
go,
you.
Go.
Fucking Yoda the cat, and he doesn't know the puppet's fucking name? Are you fucking kidding me?
The
Are
puppet.
you They just named
puppet.
one Grogu, and Yoda the cat. They had fucking books of her, and he doesn't know the fucking name. Are you
don't think he's
fucking
doing
kidding me?
The
The
too
puppet.
cool for school.
Fuck
movie.
you!
No.
Fuck you!
No yelling, no yelling, no
you.
yelling. That kills everybody's
Sorry.
ears.
all right, fine.
Okay.
No yelling. Sotto voce.
Continue. Sorry. I
That
just
was
had to
supposed to
say
be,
that. I'm sorry.
Show us your
Bela
Radio Gunk
Lugosi.
t-shirt, Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Hey, wait. I designed that. I should sue you, Mo.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty good. I dig it.
Is that
I did.
It's like
KC?
it's superhero insignia.
Yeah.
No.
What,
Did
this
Casey
is-
do
this is
that?
I
what
designed the
Casey
front
sent me.
and the back.
Yeah.
That's
Casey
really
did
good.
front and back. See,
did front and
he
back.
works it. All right,
I
so
did.
let's find out
You know
exactly
what? Reacher's
what-
my publicist. He should be working on this shit. Come on.
I told him about it, and there will be a
Motherfucker, he's
lawsuit
taking my
forthcoming.
percentage.
I decided to be litigious like the rest of the fucking hacky comedians out there. All right, who is Obi-Wan? Let's check this out.
Is he Luke's father? No, Darth Vader
No.
is Luke's father. And who
No.
is
But
he
Obi-Wan?
was-
Who is Obi-Wan in relation? Is he Darth Vader's brother? Anakin?
No. In the prequels, you learn that he was training Anakin Skywalker. He was the Jedi Master training him. And then Anakin
is
Skywalker turns
painful.
evil, and they have a big
lost,
fight
yeah.
on a lava planet. Obi-Wan beats Anakin pretty bad. He loses everything but like one arm, I think, and is all burned up. And and then they have to make him Darth Vader so that he can continue living.
So Anakin Skywalker becomes Darth Vader. Obi-Wan was the
Juan,
guy.
not one.
Juan.
¿Qué? ¿Qué pasó?
Tiger Lily goes. No wonder he canceled Geek Time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no
thank
shit.
He just can't
Chaka Khan
comprehend
says
it.
this is a nightmare explaining. Wait, I lost it. Explaining a movie everybody knows about to senile grandparents.
Yeah,
Even
it's-
I know. And that's this shit, and I hate Star
Meanwhile,
Wars.
like his cat's pointing at himself in front of him.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
What is wrong with you? I'm the puppet.
Yoda I mean, honestly, Yoda? Really?
Yeah, exactly. He didn't know
Yoda.
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 The puppet. The puppet.
The puppet. Oh, that's too much.
I know. So they got into a whole conversation about who he was. He had no idea who Obi-Wan is.
It's great. Him just guessing is absolutely hilarious.
He either mispronounces it, he pretends he doesn't know, or he doesn't know.
Oh,
so
you
you're
can't
constantly
pronounce he's an
playing that
idiot.
game with like he's an idiot, but then at the same time he's trying to look too cool to know the name.
No,
so you're sort of
I
in
think we're
between the
past
two
that.
things. No, I don't know. I don't know when we're past it. I don't even.
I think we're-
It's
I
just
think
all
he's so
shitty. It all sucks.
I think he's been so isolated and insulated. He's become even dumber, if possible.
Is
But I
there
think that-
anything more mainstream though, Dennis? Like than
Than Star Wars?
It's so
No.
rote to the most civilian pedestrians among us to know the basics of Star Wars. And this is a guy who's supposedly steeped in pop culture or whatever this fucking
You know
show is
what?
supposed to be about.
That used to be his thing. Like, I'm a nerd.
I'm a
comic
nerd.
books.
Right.
And
What
turns
are
out he doesn't
you?
know dick.
You know nothing about
Nope.
He
music.
doesn't
nothing
know
about sports.
dick.
It's just everything is everything.
What is he
David
ex-
says the original Star Wars came out when Howard was 23. It was made for him, and he acts like he's my age.
Pretty much, that's his exact demographic. Pretty much.
Yeah, but you know what? He was never that guy. So as
No.
much as he loves to say that he loves like these kind of movies
Yeah.
and superhero, he doesn't. You know,
No.
this doesn't. It doesn't appeal to him. He would much rather watch like a love story or like
Well,
the
and you-
fucking
and you think
Pretty
Titanic or
Woman?
about it.
something.
That's
Howard
what he would want. Pretty
got
Woman.
in on the ground level of the current wave of pop culture with John Favreau and J.J. Abrams and
Yeah.
a couple other people.
Well, they're super fans.
You would
It
think
became
he
a
would
big
be
threat.
so looped into this shit, and he clearly doesn't know his asshole from his elbow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. So let's talk. We went back to talking about Spider-Man, and he comes out with this little bon mot. Here we go.
They got to start giving you some story. It can't all just be, you
Yeah.
gotta have some character development for Christ's sakes. I wanted to take Spider-Man and kick him in the fucking teeth. I hated him. I almost liked I wanted them to kill him actually.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a great plot twist for Spider-Man.
Go.
He pretends he went to a black high school instead of going to Forest Hills for 4 years and gets picked on by black guys. Just
Exactly.
like
It's called
Private
Spider-Man.
Parts.
Blacks at home.
Yeah. Instead, he went to Forest Hills, which is an all-white school, but instead
at
he
least,
pretends he
like-
went to Jamaica and he gets picked on by all the blacks, and then
It'd be called Spider Parts.
He gets bit by a radioactive pelican.
Exactly.
Chucky Khan says Star Wars is like the Kardashians. Whether you want to or not, we all know the details. It's
Yeah.
that's
true.
exactly
It's
right.
true.
That's a great
Even if you don't watch the
comparison.
movies, you know the gist of the whole story.
Seinfeld or
Everybody knows.
We
And
all
isn't
quote
it-
the same.
I wonder what's going on.
I'd
Did-
say
did-
the Beatles, Monique. I'd say that tired Beatle bullshit.
You know what's really weird, Mo?
No,
If you really
okay.
think about it, Tom Holland is Howard's type. He's that little.
Totally.
very
He's
twinky.
very twinkish.
Did he like reject him or something? Something's going on.
Yeah,
he's-
he's really
I mean,
hating on this way too much.
He's a more
No, no,
buff
no.
version of the wimp that
This
he
is
gets
Spidey
crushes
and the
on.
Blacks.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah,
Dennis.
yeah.
But didn't maybe Tom Holland turned down coming on the show because he's never been on.
It has to be, dude. It has to be.
Has to
Something.
be.
Something.
I would bet good money that you're 100% right.
His hate is too strong. It's like
Yeah,
very
it's just
weird.
it's
Hate
so
is
like
strong
just
with this
random.
one.
Like he's.
And by
like
the way, the
poison's
last
coming out.
Spider-Man was a really like good movie. Like I really enjoyed seeing
Yeah.
all those three Spider-Men.
It's one of the best. One of the
think I
best
saw it.
popcorn movies we've had in a
I
long
don't think
time.
he's seen it.
So-
I still
Tim
think he's
Sullivan-
talking
Tim
about
Sullivan-
the one before.
Yeah,
Tim Sullivan.
hon-
We conflation.
Yes, conflation.
Forget.
and honestly,
inflation.
I think that I'm really strong that the people from Obi-Wan basically refuse to come on the
They
show.
don't need to.
I
You know,
understand it, but they
Why would they
you and
want
I
to?
had a
No, but
long
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conversation
Good-
about
for
that
him to be
today.
shitting on him.
but they refuse.
Howard usually if he doesn't care, he doesn't talk about it. But if they like reject him, he gets all bitter and
He
shit.
gets real bitter.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
is what it seems like to me.
And you know what the problem is? It's like, yeah, there's all these great, like, okay, let's go with Spider-Man. Let's go with Tom Holland, right? So, you know Spider-Man's coming out. You know it's going to be a huge movie, right? Everybody's been,
Yeah.
like, starving for
Massive.
something interesting to come out. Everybody was stuck in fucking COVID for 2 years. So you know this movie's coming out and it's going to be huge, right? So here's a Howard who thinks he deserves every single star known to mankind, who probably wants a Tom Holland, but Tom Holland probably has to commit to a minimum of 75 minutes to 80 minutes of being on this show, when for that same time period he can do like 12 10-minute clips, just quick hits on Spider-Man, as opposed to this fucking moron going into like your father and how do your brothers, are your brothers jealous of you, and you started out like on Broadway, how did that work for you?
How do you remember?
And-
How do you remember
right?
your lines?
Yeah, how do you
Literally,
remember your
yes.
lines, all that shit.
Your lines.
Also,
Exactly.
keep in mind, Mo, keep in mind, that movie, the Spider-Man No Way Home, had a dozen really famous actors in it. One of which works right down the hall from the Stern Show. And Jamie, what's his face?
Fox.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
He's not in the, he's not in the studio. He's not in the building. He's in how he plays
you
Electro.
had Oscar, you had Jamie, you had William, you had like Andrew, you had Toby, and they were all over the place.
Well, he's had Tobey Maguire
but guess
on a
what?
few times.
That movie came out when was Stern on one of his 1,000,000-day vacations. So tough shit, and he seems really bitter that none of them give him a
But
holler.
they don't have to. That's
They don't
the
have
thing.
to, and clearly they don't. The movie made like $1 billion in change. It's-
Remember back in the day where he would have somebody on, and then like the week later he would crow about the movie opening like so
Exactly.
big
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
the power of Stern.
He's irrelevant,
He
but-
can't speak to that anymore. There's no
Dude,
fucking way that Spider-Man would have opened at #1 with or without him. Like it's just.
Well,
it
if
doesn't
you
matter.
go on YouTube and Google any of those actors, there's literally 100 videos of all the press those guys did. Whether it's the bad guys or just one individual. It was all over the place.
They can go
Stern
on that
didn't even
Buffalo Wing show on YouTube
Stern
and have
got
more hits than Howard does.
Oh, absolutely.
Dick, literally the biggest moving target in pop culture history, whiffed it.
He did. Greenpoint
Monica.
says, Mo, don't underestimate the poser side of Jerkoff Stern. I think he wants to be all cynical about superhero movies now that they're mainstall.
That could be
Interesting.
too, Greenpoint.
That's a good thought.
And that's giving him too much credit.
Way too much credit. It's
Tim Sullivan goes, Private Parts is such a lie that it's actually science fiction, and he's jealous of the special effects in Spider-Man.
That's probably true. Okay, so then he got into like a really weird thing, which went on for a good solid 40 minutes. I guess it was a package made by, I'm trying to remember who's the guy who came in at this point of the
it was
show.
what's his name? The Lump. The guy who played Lump.
Oh, God. Trainer?
Mike Trainer. Yeah,
Mike Trainer, thank you so much. Okay, Mike Trainer, right? So I guess this was his package, and he said, Howard starts to talk about how there's this new thing where nerds will record reaction videos to trailers
Yeah.
that come out.
It's 2000.
Brand new thing.
2003.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a brand new thing.
And so he's like, it's kind of new, like ASMR is, and then here's Robin talking about it. I mean, literally, it's like ARP radio now. So here, listen.
Bro.
To this. Listen.
Well, the
It can get
nerds are into the nerds are into this thing, and you've probably seen it on YouTube or you haven't. I cannot. There are certain things like that ASMR. I think that's how you say it.
What's that?
That's where they whisper into. I've played it for you. Where
You're
they
doing
go,
it
they
now.
go, they go
Oh,
on.
why do you keep bringing this up?
They keep eating,
They keep eating.
into the microphone. But there's a thing now, and it's so fucking douchey.
Now?
It's like, dude, you just want to say to these people, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm into nerdy stuff, but it's
No.
they
But
play trailer.
ASMR is
No,
into-
I'm-
She's still on.
No. Bear
She's
with me.
over her head.
There's
Can't get it.
a trailer reaction videos. They do these things where whenever a new trailer comes out for one of these superhero movies, people video themselves watching the trailer and reacting to it.
So he's never heard of this before. So he
No,
starts
never.
to play a bunch of them. The worst of the worst of its genre, to be honest with you.
And Monique, whatever happened to remember the old radio where they would go, if you don't like it, turn it off. Whatever happened to that? Who's forcing you to watch
Well,
this, motherfucker?
Nobody.
I can put
Nobody.
things in perspective. I mean, that shit was old when people did the Game of Thrones Red Wedding reactions. Remember that?
Yes.
Like everybody
That was like a
just
big
lost their
thing.
minds, and they were
And more
threatening to-
recently,
But that was
would be
years
where
ago, so
Luke
now-
Skywalker came on The Mandalorian, and that was like a big
but
thing for people.
You can almost give them that one because that's only like a couple years old. But
Yeah.
literally, think about when you're watching Game of Thrones, like season 4 or 5, and they did the Red Wedding. Everybody lost their mind.
Yes.
That was a long time ago. So for freaking grandpa to be going, oh, guess what nerds are doing now, bro, that's like at least 9-10 years.
He continues on with his stupidity. So,
more.
you know,
He's
I know
gonna
we say
discover Gone with
79
the Wind
IQ,
tomorrow.
but so he starts talking about The Rock, and is The Rock in
Exactly.
Black Adam.
Black Adam.
David? Black Adam. So this is just like a 13-second clip because I just thought the stupidity was rife.
Rife.
You know, he's white.
He's not white. He's
What
a
is he?
Samoan something or other.
What is
what's
that?
His,
Never
background.
even
I
heard
believe
of that.
that's right.
No idea what Samoan is, just so you know.
Doesn't have any idea what Samoan is.
Yeah. Okay. And then here's another lie, which I loved. So they were reviewing a Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, and he says this.
There's another guy called Black Nerd. His name is Black Nerd. That's the handle he goes by. And he's watching something called Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog happened.
No.
Yeah, I know who Sonic the Hedgehog is, but I never was into him.
No, you aren't. No, you have no idea who that is. You were never into him. He came out when you were like well into your probably almost 40.
40s, yeah.
So you have no idea who the fuck that is.
I like what Zuma Dog says here. He's like, I'm listening to Howard. This sounds like an old Groucho. He's on medication or something.
John?
I just
Don't
can't
insult
stand his
Groucho.
voice or
John,
what he says.
the
Yeah.
moment you said he sounded like a mafia don,
Yeah,
I can't
Howie Brasco.
unhear it now.
Yeah, Howie Brasco. We've
Like,
been saying
he's-
that for
he's-
years on here.
Yes, but now he has this weird affectation that you can't not hear. Like,
Yep.
it's just weird. He's starting to talk like I don't even know. I mean, you know,
Pat
you can-
Menachia on the track.
it's just
Marco
kind of
Battaglia spotting
weird.
him at the Reebok Sports Club.
He should really go back to just throwing baloney at people's tits.
Yeah. he really-
I mean,
he
honestly,
really
he's horrible at
You-
this.
you know, actually, you probably didn't clip it. Is he doesn't even know what a hedgehog looks like?
No,
mean-
he has no idea what a hedgehog
No,
is.
I mean it's just so mentally stupid.
He cares to not know.
It's
He
something
doesn't-
else. It's something else.
He prides himself on not
Of being
knowing.
dumb.
Yeah, I know. That's what
and not knowing.
You know, there's a whole group of people on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that who pride themselves on being stupid. Like
Yes.
that's their thing, so that people in the chats or whatever will say, "Oh my God, how could you not know? You
Yep.
know
He
what a
loves hearing that.
$100 bill looks like." You know, like there'll be girls on there like, "I
Wait.
never saw what a $100
Shaka,
bill
Shaka
is."
Khan knows Black Nerd. It's
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know Black Nerd is on. His name is Andre. And
Oh,
he's
okay,
been doing it
okay.
since 2000.
Oh, there you go.
But you know,
2000s.
someone
Yeah,
wrote
there you
in
go.
the chat, it's like the Two Girls One Cup. I think was what the origin of reaction videos, and that
Yes.
was like at least a decade ago.
Oh,
Oh
more
my
than
God,
that. Oh my
at
God.
least,
It's like,
at least a
it's like
decade
almost 20
ago.
years
And,
ago.
and for him to like, oh, I discovered nerds are doing.
I don't think he's
reaction
ever even
videos.
mentioned Two Girls, One Cup, has
no,
he?
no, he hasn't.
No, I don't think he was ever into that.
Yeah,
or
'cause
they
you know what?
probably
'Cause,
approached him with it. And
Because Beth got turned down for that role.
Well, yeah.
She still put it on her IMDb.
She's a little.
You know, Tiger Lily is a great point. You know,
What?
all this groovin, right? This is what he does when he doesn't have a guest. This is what he
Groovin',
goes to, so he
Jesus
doesn't have a
Christ.
guest. You know, Ricky Gervais was in Sirius last week or 2
normally-
weeks ago. Is there any
Love
better
him.
guest
No better
than Ricky
guest.
Gervais?
No.
He
No
is
better
the
guest.
best. He will say anything. He literally doesn't give a shit. So I guess
Yes.
he was on Norton and Sam Roberts' show, and I think the show has turned him down like so many times, and I guess it might have been Tiger Lily also that had a
Two
theory
guys,
that
one
he's
cup.
a guest and Howard can't control him, and he's actually scared of what he
Usually, Mo, when you hear someone talking like that, you ask them if they smell burnt toast.
there might be a problem. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go on to my next clip, which is the classic. Okay, tell me how many times in the past, ready, you have heard this classic.
Let me say good morning to a few people. Let me say hello to Harry, who is from Delaware. Everybody loves Delaware. Go ahead,
Crazy
Harry.
Robin.
Yeah, morning, Howard. Wanted to tell you, I'm a 58-year-old man. I've never heard of Post Malone. After your interview, which was great, by the way, I downloaded his music, and I've been listening. I'm a fan now, so thank you.
Okay. How many times have we heard that call?
I called it. I was like,
Totally called it.
Yeah, that was real.
Like
Many
literally.
times. Or they wait for that one phone call to come in. Stern Show, how can I help you? Yeah, I wanted to talk about my baloney tips. Click. Stern Show, how can I help you?
No, it's
yeah,
fake.
Can we talk
Not
about
even-
Obi-Wan
that's not even
Kenobi?
a real
Click.
call.
Stern Show, can I help you? Yeah, I want to talk about Post Malone. What do you want to say about Post Malone?
Bullshit.
You know?
There's no real caller calling in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the same line every time.
Yeah.
Literally,
Hooper wants to know if that was David calling in.
He didn't sound 85 years old.
He's a big fan.
Oh my God.
But no,
It's so-
every time you have a music act on there that is totally out of his age range,
Yeah.
you get the next day, you get the phone calls. I did not listen or know about him, but I heard him on your show, and now
he's
I'm a
amazing.
big fan.
Now I'm a total
I've
fan.
bought all his music. It is literally the same. It's the same guy and the same phone call every time now.
Anybody else? Okay, Jimmy the Drunk, thank you so much. Anyone else catch the slip-up admission that he's living vicariously through Chris Wilding today?
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking-
I did
Ooga.
not record
I saw someone
that.
tweet about it. I
that
didn't hear
whole
it.
segment made me
That whole
sick.
segment was so cringeworthy because Chris Wilding then decides he's going to play Richard for today.
Yikes.
And they were talking about the Post Malone song Circles and about the fact that Chris Wilding cries whenever he hears this song. And so Chris starts to go into this entire whiny bitch cry session that was so cringeworthy. Like, I don't think I've heard anything. What segment did I skip? Wait, Kylo's
Not the Chris
here.
Wilding. No, I heard it once. I never want to hear it again.
How come you skipped the best segment? What was the best segment?
They're saying the Chris Wilding thing was the best thing.
Oh, I'm starting it right now. Please hold.
You are? Oh, Jesus.
Just a
Oh, I
little
should
bit.
ban
just,
you,
just
Kilo.
a tit
I'm gonna
hair.
go get some.
Just
For
a,
bringing
just a
that
tit
up.
hair.
God damn it.
So it starts with Post Malone singing the end of Better Man. I swear he sounds like a fucking goat. So let's just listen a little bit.
Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man.
Wow, that is.
Nice. Chris
Nice.
Wilding was telling me he listens to Post Malone's song Circles, and when he does, it makes him cry because he's thinking about his Panamanian boyfriend who used to.
Okay, full of shit.
Stopped it right there.
I had to because so and I couldn't play it because Circles was playing over it, so I
Yeah.
can't play
Yes.
that because of the Post Malone song.
But
So
thank
this was just a little piece of it. This is Wilding doing his best, Richard.
Just trying to make something work, and you love you love somebody, and oh my God, yeah, I play the song.
Yeah, dude, I haven't even played it yet, and you're crying.
Ooh.
I
Look at
know
you.
because it. I'm
You're
a
still in
mess.
love. You're still in love with that dude.
Dick.
Are you
I just
still in love
hated
with that
everything
bull?
about it, and I couldn't really listen to it because I can't stand it when Richard cries to a song either. But I feel like with Richard, it was actually from the heart when it started.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this, Chris Wilding is just completely and
yeah.
utterly full
Fighting
of
off
shit.
Richard's right.
How many times have
Totally.
they done this bit? I mean, remember when
it's-
Man in the Mirror with
tired.
Artie? It
Yes.
was the same bit.
Oh
and
my
then
God!
Richard,
Yes.
and now
yes.
this. It's just,
Yes.
they're bankrupt of new ideas.
Yes. But
Monique,
you know what? Chris Wilding completely knows what buttons to push on Howard in order to get on air.
Well,
he
Yes,
knows.
he does. Yes, he
Yeah.
does. Go gay and
You know what?
fight
I
off
think
Ri-
that this is like they called him. Hey, we're going to do the Artie bit again with Man in the Mirror. Can you come on?
that's another callback. to that,
I'm
absolutely.
more inclined to think that happened than this.
Stop the presses. Let's answer this question. Marry, fuck, kill with Stern, Shuley, and Stuttering John.
Like
Oh,
Michael
gun to mouth.
Diana.
wow.
You gotta marry Stern because he's got the money. That's number one.
Okay.
Kill Shuley.
So, fuck.
Oh
and
no,
kill.
there's no happy ending there.
There's no. This is like
No.
Sophie's Choice. This is not.
Should I? You want?
Hey, do you want me to ban this person? I can make this shit go away. I don't need to have that.
No, I
part of my
disagree.
life.
I kill Howard because I need Shuley's Patreon money because
No,
Oh
I
man,
need
in the ladder. Ooh, Green Point.
5,000
too soon.
lifetimes on that.
It's all
Too
about
soon,
Howard's money.
Greenpoint.
What did Greenpoint say? X.
Look
I
at
think,
look at.
I think the song was "Man in the
Man
Ladder."
in the Ladder.
Already.
Ooh, that sucks.
Too soon. Too
soon.
soon.
Yeah,
it
Monique, I
doesn't-
got some music advice for you. If you change Jeremy Spoke into Jeremy Spoke, you will not get a copyright. I know this. for a
Jeremy
fact.
spoke into what?
Jeremy
Jeremy
spoke.
spoke.
You won't get a copyright.
Jeremy spoke
what?
in
Just
class
take the
today.
N off.
What are you
Howard's
talking
got
about? You still play the
Howard cracked
music, you're still
code.
gonna get
I'm
striked.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
It's a
I don't
Pelican
know.
Reach out.
I don't know what to say between Shirley and
home
Stuttering John.
run.
I
Literally,
gotta go
just light
with
yourself on fire.
yeah. I gotta just burn my vagina off.
I know. That's when you do the
Sew my mouth shut
you
and
do
burn
what
my
that,
vagina
that,
off.
that kid from that Bjork video did. It's time to say bye-bye.
But gun to head, gun to head. Gun to head.
No,
God
don't
damn
do it. Don't
No,
do
I
it.
can't.
Let's
I can't.
move on.
No good.
on.
No good will come.
There will be no going back if you answer that question.
Look at 85-year-old David Sting in character. F. Mary Kill. F. Murray Abraham. you have no right knowing who F. Murray Abraham. You 33-year-old brat.
Yeah, really.
You have no
Bastard.
right.
Bastard.
That's some complexion on that guy.
Okay, let's move on. So he starts talking about this woman on MSNBC that he kind of had the hots for, and I
Katie
meant to
Tur.
look her up. No, it was
Eat a
before Katie
bullet.
Tur.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought this was actually really kind of interesting. So her name was Allison Barber.
Allison Barber.
Barber.
And in the thread, I'm like, I didn't even bother. I looked at the
Barber,
pictures. And went,
MSNBC.
yeah, I didn't even bother
So
posting
apparently
any.
she has big
Is
tits
she-
and she was in the Ukraine. Oh, here she is, Ellison Barber. Oh,
Allison
she's cute. Okay, let's hang
Barber.
on. Let's take a
looked
look at
and
her.
went, yeah, and
Is she a correspondent, Mooney?
yeah.
She apparently is a correspondent who has nice titties, and she's working out of the Ukraine. Hold on, I'll share a little screen cap of her so you can see what she looks like. I'm just seeing her for the first time myself.
Ben writes,
Yeah.
internal memo, Jeremy Coleman and Marcy Turk. The show needs more Chris Wilding segments.
Here she
please.
is. I mean, she's cute. Yeah, she's just a cute girl.
Who's everyone's
not,
cute.
not to go
Sometimes,
rolling on.
maybe not so
I'm
much.
not seeing
but yes.
something. Are you sharing the
No.
screen?
Oh, sorry.
not sharing anything.
Sorry. Thank you. See, that's what I need.
That's
I
what
need
I'm
that.
here for.
Yeah, okay.
She's average.
She looks
at
like
best.
a
She's
million
like
other
every
girls.
other correspondent. She's a good looking
She's
girl.
average.
What's
She's
with
not,
the
though.
smile?
She's
It's
got
Fox
a little
News,
Joker.
though.
She's got a little Joker thing going
She's
on.
on Fox News, though.
Yeah,
Is
so
she on
there she is
both?
in Colombia. No, she's on MSNBC.
Oh, that's flattering.
Oh, do I have the wrong person?
Yeah. She looks like she has the downs.
No, you got Ellison Barber. I mean, if that's who. I
Ellison
didn't
Barber.
hear.
That must be
Yeah,
her.
that's her. And
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So let's
but
take
when
that
he's-
for.
But
Let's
I've
take that for
learned.
what it's worth. And here's the power of Stern talking about Ellison Barber.
Allison got married in March. Lucky dude. Her wedding pictures are all over her Instagram.
Why is
Oh, I'm a Yenta. I'm going to look for that.
Yeah, you'll go to the wedding with her.
She currently has 24,000 followers. Well, after today, that'll triple because my pervy audience will definitely want to see that.
Note to
Nice
self:
try.
check her followers tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what goes on there.
24,001.
Nice try. I
So
still
yeah,
think
so
you
he
got
went on with
It'd be like
that, and then he went on to talk about
23.
Katie Tur. So Katie Tur works on MSNBC, and I probably saw the same thing he did, but then it dawned on me that Katie Tur's book came out with Simon and Schuster, which is the only reason he mentioned it because that's
Good
part
call,
of like
Monique.
who
Good catch.
he is part of, and therefore let's have a discussion about
That's
it.
a
So
great catch by you. I didn't even
so
put that
it
together.
was on CBS Sunday morning, which I will confess I do usually watch while I'm, playing on the internet. And they had the thing about her. And Katie Tur's parents were both helicopter pilots for,
transgender.
I think, the ABC station in
Yeah.
LA.
Yes.
And they were famous for being the ones that were trailing OJ when he was on the highway in the
Look at him.
Bronco.
Chase.
They were the ones who filmed the guy getting the shit kicked out of him during the riots that they pulled out of the truck.
Reginald Denny.
Jeremy.
So they were
Reginald-
pretty famous for who they were in terms of helicopters. And Katie Tur,
see
grew
OJ.
up basically in a helicopter. And that's where her
So-
parents' lives.
She really had helicopter parents.
She really did
Yeah.
have helicopter parents, but apparently her father was really abusive, and he wasn't really a happy man. And then, P.S. 10 years later, he comes out as a woman and says,
Yep.
Katie, love you, but I've decided I need to live my authentic self and be a woman. And
Right
so
on.
this is why Howard was fascinated with the
And
story.
that got his attention. Exactly
that
right.
got
And
his
that
Didn't
got
fuck
his
her up
attention.
at all.
Yes,
He
that's
is
what it was all
living Howard's best life, is what you're saying.
Totally. And he's like, I wish my father did something like that to me because, Katie's father going to her and saying that to her, it totally comes from love. And I originally had the clip and I was like, fuck him. He's so stupid with this kind
Just
of
come
stuff.
out already.
It's
Just
just
come
so
out. Nobody
ridiculous.
cares.
And then he did like the whole father voice and his father coming out to him. And I just had no time for it.
Would you
because-
guys say that the Wachowski brother bullshit in the Pelican Brief is the first major tip-off to outing his obsession? Like, in terms of just how he crowbarred it in. That, to me, is the creepiest version of this I think I've seen since he's been crowbarring his gay agenda and the transgender shows
Well,
and the
Didn't he used to go down into the homo room?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's more. But that was more like from the heart. When you watch the Pelican Brief, that's like his proclivities, his predilections. Why would the Wachowski brothers come up as your first? It just made no sense. And I think that he revealed his hand the most in that situation.
Agreed. Yeah, you're right. Tula the transsexual is definitely his first.
Definitely, that was.
It is very fetishistic thing. Stern has trans people and trans issues. There's no way it's coming from a good place.
Not at all.
I agree.
No.
But he's always been that guy. He's always dressed as a woman. He's always cross-dressed.
Any chance he
Every
gets.
book, every outing.
The Christmas card. Remember when?
Yes.
When
oh
Beth
my
was
God,
Santa Claus.
that creepy card.
And he was
that's
like
the worst.
sheriff for some reason.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
the
that has
worst.
a lot to do with Christmas.
There's
and-
apparently a clip of Judith Regan where she goes, Howard's way too into cross-dressing when he would, in the terms of the book promotion and stuff. And I got to find it, and it's from the History of Howard Stern. And she goes, there's something going on there. And it's not like she's thinking it's funny. It's like she's trying to delve and
that
analyze.
clip not too long
No,
ago.
we've
Did you
we've talked about it, and I haven't gotten it yet. It's very difficult.
Don't
I
blame
have it. I
George
just have to
Takei.
go through it. I need to take the time to really sift through the History of Howard Stern.
All right, so we're going to move on a little bit, and we're going to go to one of our favorite subjects.
Final thought on
Yes.
that is,
Yes.
if you look at that Christmas card,
Sizzle chest.
logically, Beth as Santa Claus would mean Howard would be Mrs. Claus, but instead he's just a woman. If Howard was a woman, there's
Right,
no like.
exactly.
There's if you look at that picture, like wait, that really has nothing to do with Christmas.
And Beefus with the really disturbing eyes.
Well, it doesn't have to have anything to do with Christmas because he's Jewish. That's
It's not
number one.
funny.
He didn't grow up
it's
with
not like-
Christmas.
That's
okay,
right.
Okay,
That's right.
let's not
So
go into this
this
whole
is something that
this
he
whole
can
thing
mock,
about
as well as
Christmas. Santa Claus really has nothing to do with any religion. So let's not
no,
even.
no. If you're raised Jewish, like he was, and had Hanukkah,
Yeah.
you don't also have Christmas. He didn't have Christmas.
So you're
as a
saying
child.
that that Beth should have been Hanukkah Harry?
I'm
Is that
just
what you're saying?
saying he didn't have Christmas
Yeah,
as a
let's-
child.
I think that's going
so
to.
it's easy for him to
Yeah,
mock
yeah.
this because it's not
oh my
something
God, that is just so.
that he
I
knows.
mean, look at it. Look at it.
That's
So
what's
Look at
disturbing
shouldn't
forever.
he be Mrs. Claus?
He is Mrs. Claus in this.
That's not
scenario.
Mrs. Claus. Look, Google Mrs. Claus, and tell me where Mrs.
rather
Claus
not.
looks like Cher.
All I know is I keep on getting fixated on its eyes. I'm sorry, that's the most disturbing part of this entire
There's
thing.
nothing funny
Nah.
about it, so the irony is lost.
strange.
They're really taking themselves very seriously in that show.
Ugh.
It's
And
not
then
like
the
it's
horrible, like,
hitting
okay,
any-
let's smush up his makeup and say,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, just kidding, so cute!
yeah,
oh
you
my
could so-
God,
Yes, yes.
I'm Santa Claus, and he's not.
That's a good Beth impression.
He's
That's
the
pretty
guy in
good.
the Barbados scarf. He's
That's
so
pretty
cute.
good.
He's so cute.
Monique, you hear what Kylo Sierra Alpha writes? You think,
No, I'm
you
not
think
there.
there's
I'm
a
sorry.
show-
Let me go.
Okay,
Sexy
okay.
Mrs. Claus.
Let me see. Where are we?
It's
babe?
just an idea for a show if you think you'd be into this.
Please do a whole
His
show on
obsessions?
Howard's obsession with trans stuff. Yeah, you know what? Easier said than done because we'd have to go looking through 5 billion
The
fucking
weather outside
clips.
is frightful.
Eric the Midget.
All the Tula, every Tula appearance, some of the
Oh my
homeroom
God, you're
stuff.
so right,
I
Ida.
mean,
I'm surprised with the Sunday morning interview that Katie Tour did. She didn't mention that she lived with Keith Oberman. You're talking about, not
That's
Keith Oberman.
Olbermann, yeah. That's all right. Ida, you
Oberman,
can-
right.
You're a maid woman.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Mr. Feeney. We use proper grammar, Ms. Greenfield. I believe you were a
Exactly.
teacher. It's Olbermann, not Olbermann in this classroom.
So yeah, this was singularly one of the most disturbing things I think we've ever
Everything-
seen.
It's
as
literally
a,
just if Howard was a chick. That's all it is.
if Howard
with
was
that
a
bad
chick.
tattoo.
There's nothing. No,
With that
you can't look at
really
that and
bad
not just
tattoo.
come away with that.
Sizzle Chest says Judith basically said Howard's a gay guy who is afraid of girls. All right, that's what I'm
Well,
looking for.
let's
That's not far
let's
from
look
the
at what
truth,
goes
probably.
on here. So I just clicked in Howard Stern in drag, and this
Oh my
is what we
God,
get.
yeah.
My God, look at that.
Look at all the drag. Look at
What a hideous.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he gets
my
even
favorite.
uglier
This is
in
one
a
of my
dress.
favorites, though.
Which
The
one?
Miss America photo shoot with Howard, Robin, Gary,
Gary.
and Scott.
Scott.
Why Scott?
So I
Where's-
don't know.
where was
That's-
Fred
I'm
on
kidding,
doing all that?
Ida.
Because
Just
he
that.
agreed
Scott
to
looks
do
funny.
it. Oh no! Here, hold on. So what? You get the other side. We
Yeah.
have where you have Jackie, Fred. Who is
okay.
this one? Who is this one?
I
Let
can't
me
see
if I
from
can
that.
get a
It's
close
like
up.
Where you looking, Monique?
Jackie,
Oh,
Fred.
Jesus. Billy West.
Billy West.
Is it really?
and John,
Billy West, yeah.
right? Isn't that
John,
John?
yes,
I have no
yes,
idea.
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Billy's
John.
small. Billy's tiny. Billy's like 5'6".
That's Billy West and John. That's who's in this. It's so disgusting. It's so disturbing. But that's listen.
Yeah, and
That's who he is.
they're going out
That's
in
who
public.
he is.
Yeah, look at that.
So yeah, that's our drag queen. That's our boy.
He is
All right,
such a-
so I'm gonna
That's a
move
macho
on.
man watching macho TV.
And Miss
Masculine-
America is the
masculine TV.
worst fucking title for a book. Out of all the things that you insist on, like it's not clever, it's not. But
What,
he
Miss
insists on-
America?
Miss America is the worst
Well, no,
fucking
no,
title
no.
for a book ever.
Well, no, actually, his logic for it makes sense if it's true that his father used to always call him
Yeah, I know.
Miss America.
I know that fake story, but I think it's still a crap title.
Well, actually, I think Ben did call him that because Ben probably figured out he was a little fruity. So
Exactly.
A little
he
fruity in the
called him
booty.
Miss America.
A little fruity. All right, so I'm going to move on a little bit and talk about how upset he was that Beth was going to lunch with one of her friends today. I didn't happen to hear where he edited out whose house she was going to. Somebody said that it
Allie
was
Wentworth.
he did a
Probably
7-second
Allie
delay on
Wentworth.
it and skipped over it, but I only have this clip because it's the start of him talking about it, but listen to this pause at the beginning of the clip, because you know how much we love the long pause, so here we go.
Yes, of course.
I'm also nervous. Beth's gonna have lunch
I
with
could
one of her
sack Lamar
girlfriends.
Jackson on those alligators.
Can you imagine? And I'm like,
And Johnny Depp pauses? Really?
All right,
so
I
he's
have
upset
something
with
to share
Beth.
for this.
Yeah, go ahead, what?
I have something to share for this, just to show.
Okay,
something.
I'll continue
So she
playing the
announced
clip.
that to me. So she, first of all, she's not going to be after the show. Beth is always here for me, but she won't be with me today, which I don't like. You know,
Okay.
Stop.
we've only had 2 years of being on top of one another full time, and
Yeah.
and then I
And you're gonna
so-
miss her.
Well, I said to Beth, I go, she goes, you know, I'm going to have lunch with my girlfriend outdoors, you know, at her home, socially I said, please be careful. I don't want to get COVID. And she goes,
Now,
you know,
what are the rules that you two are observing? Is there any particular?
well, I'm observing different rules than she is.
Right, of course you are, because you don't want to go
we
back
go.
to work.
Exactly.
There it is.
Right. I don't want to go back to the
I-
studio.
So
Share
it goes
these.
into
I-
all. I mean, there's a lot of clips about this, and I clipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it was just so much. It was so rich. It was
So-
the
so
entire
play-
second portion of the show. Really, go ahead, Dennis. I'm sorry.
I have a tab I'm sharing.
Oh, okay.
trying to
okay.
show you.
So,
Tab,
okay,
share.
yeah. Well,
So-
okay. So let me play the next clip, and then we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
talk
and
about
then
this. You're exactly right.
It's perfect. It's perfectly timed.
So, shockingly enough, we find out as he is calling out for Beth to come downstairs so that she can talk about this, Robin comes out with this.
Should I ask her to come down? It'll be kind of funny.
Well, I don't know if I'm the right person for you to be talking to.
Why?
I went to a wedding this weekend.
Oh, you're fucking
Dun,
nuts.
dun,
Are you
dun.
crazy out there? Why didn't you tell me that when I spoke to you? Did
Yeah.
you wear a mask?
No. Everybody had to
Wow.
be tested.
Wow. I am shocked.
So,
With your
and they had
fucking
to-
immune system. Wait a second. With your immune system, you went to a. You were told not to do anything like that.
Nobody told me not to do anything.
Yes,
like
they
that.
did.
So she's very proud of herself at this
Wait,
point.
wait. Why is he saying with your immune system?
Because when you're
because-
you're in the final stages of cancer, usually there's heavy
So yeah, but I
drugs.
thought she was supposed to be over it per him.
yeah.
He's got to lay it on to not
that's-
come back to
that
the
seemed like he
studio.
kinda
He's got to
let
bring
one-
Robin into it.
That seemed like a little bit of a slip.
Little bit.
Yeah,
bit
but
of
with
some-
your
you're-
immune system? Wait.
You're actually
Okay.
right, Greenpoint. These segments have been mega cringe from the start. Remember him doing that whole segment of him being sad that she was spending a weekend away, like
Yeah,
20.
it's all
Yeah, he's a child.
contrived.
He's a
Yeah.
child,
But it's so forced and
and
contrived.
and apparently, and I did not clip this portion of it, but she's coming downstairs momentarily. Let's just finish with Robin's wedding and then Gary's reaction to it, and then we'll go to her. So hang on.
I'm
Wow.
fine. This
Wow,
is why
no,
I
you're
didn't
not.
want to tell you. I was like, I'm
Oh,
going to
Fred earned
go
that
and I'm
$6
going to
million.
be fine. And then
Was
I'll
any portion of the wedding indoors?
go. The reception?
And you sat there at a table and ate and had conversation with people without a mask with your
Yeah.
compromised immune system. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
Wow, he's really doubling down.
What? You're leaving
Are
me?
you out of your
What?
fucking mind?
So they were a little upset about this, and then Gary comes in with this, which he's absolutely right. And Xavier happened to mention it to me when I was telling him about the clips today.
What do you think, Gary?
I'm just shocked because Robin gave me so much shit a mere 7 days ago. I mean, just fucking beat the shit out of me that I left the house. How could I? What are you thinking?
I didn't say left the house. You
Yeah,
were
you
running
please.
around like a maniac.
I was at an outdoor concert. You were indoors
You
with
were
sick
doing
people.
concert after concert after concert.
I'm
Yeah,
with
so
Robin
whatever
on
she
that.
does is okay because she's
Yeah.
the one who did it. Yes, I love the Leon's Fuck You song as well. And actually, that song was written for George Bush, the second, George W. Bush. She fucking hated him, and she decided that she was going to do a song, and she's not American, but she fucking hated him, so she did a song about Bush. Okay, so that's Gary's reaction to Robin's song.
Jonathan Rodrigo feels that that's Howard's excuse to catch COVID now because of Beth going to lunch. That's
Well,
gonna
that
be
was the whole
his-
thing. So that was the
Okay,
whole
yeah.
thing. Him saying, I don't want to have to catch COVID because of something that you did without me. Like if I'm not out and I'm not with friends, if I'm out and I'm having fun and I get COVID, then that's on me. But for you to come home with it, that means I've stayed here for nothing. And, I'm stuck here and you're out having a good time. So Beth finally comes down to the office. I'm going to skip ahead just really, really quickly because I thought this was kind of like a really stupid thing that Beth said. So just listen to this real quick. 10 seconds.
I was informed yesterday that I was going to my friend's for lunch. And so this morning, on his way to work, I walk him to work, by the way, every morning.
Right.
She walks him to work.
Oh, you're so
every morning.
cute.
That is
Wait,
so
does- so
cute
does
of you.
Beefus-
You guys
does-
are so
wait.
cute.
Beefus helps him down the stairs.
I agree.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Beefus helps him down the stairs. Yeah.
Exactly.
We have how much footage of him not being able to get up 3 stairs
That's
on
puts
AGT
exactly my thoughts.
or Ellen or
She puts the fresh new tennis balls on the bottom of his wall.
Exactly. Helps pop. Helps
So
pop
here's the
down
protocol.
stairs.
Here's the protocol for Beth going to lunch, and I'm going to put up something that Dennis has here, so we can talk about that as well. Here we go.
Honey? Oh,
Honey.
there she is. There's my wife.
About to go on my walk.
What walk?
my wall.
No, you're not going on any walk without me.
I am.
No, you're
She
not.
can't walk without you?
No.
I'm not allowed. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
possessive.
Oh, what did you do? What did you just do?
Got my finger cut in the headphones.
In the headphone, honey, I've been on the radio 40 years. I never had a headphone accident. What did you do?
Why is it that
He's always so fucking worried about every little stupid shit that she does. Because she has a histrionic personality.
Yeah, she does.
So
She's
everything she
histrionic.
does
Everything's-
is just
everything's
so
a right. An accident.
amplified.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like she's putting on
Embellished.
headphones and she
Yep,
just
yep.
got her finger
That's an
stuck in the
accident. Yep.
headphone.
She's
It's
always
like,
a victim.
Honey, what
That's a great-
happened?
Always a
What
victim.
did you do? I mean, how many times has she fallen,
How many
tripped over shit?
Yeah.
Beth's
This year alone, how many actions
histrionic
have-
personality
That's
disorder
histrionic
is
personality.
a show we have
Beefus-
to do.
In Beefus's defense, it is like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's already had at least 6, 7
Gurgle,
glasses
gurgle,
of wine.
gurgle.
Well,
a
and
bump.
she did happen to walk him to work at like 7:00 in the
Walked him
morning.
to
so
work.
there
I
is
mean,
that.
you know.
All right, let's continue.
that way?
Oh, come here.
Oh, I got it.
There
I
you
got
go.
it. Sorry.
You're just a little out of
Frazzled.
it. Frazzled.
Hi, Robin.
I was telling Robin, you have decided to go have lunch with your girlfriend today.
I just picked out my outfit.
Yeah, well, you're going to have lunch in her backyard outdoors,
Yes.
but I am nervous about it, and I want to say to you, please be careful.
But
What?
be careful. I get so mad at you when you say that.
Why do you get mad when I say please be careful?
What do I have to be? What? How?
She's so articulate. Like,
Yeah.
the words just flow out of her mouth, like the
She's 50.
English major genius that she is.
She's 50.
Actually, the seething hate is kind of boiling it to the top at this point.
John
It
Doe,
really
you're
is.
exactly correct. It's not a husband and wife. It's two girls living together.
That's,
Yeah, but
no,
yeah,
that's a
and-
gay
and-
that's a gay
girls.
bestie.
You know what it
That
is?
true.
It's
Yes.
like two girls at summer camp. It's not even like
Yeah.
two girls living together. It's summer camp.
She's
And
a
to
fat
see
guy.
you next Tuesdays.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of
monkeys.
that, her
Sea
birthday
monkeys.
is exactly 1 month from today.
Oh, we're going to do a 50th birthday show. Yes, we're going to do a happy birthday show for Beth for sure. Okay, let's continue this clip. Sorry. It goes on a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay. Let's say you're eating and you're having a good time and you forget,
I
and you
have
guys.
not seen her in 2 years. I'm going to go to her new house with my mask on. I'm going to get a tour of her house.
Sure.
I'm going to go
whoa.
outside to the garden.
Oh, you're gonna
I'm
wear a
going to
mask?
remove the mask
Oh, well,
when we have lunch.
Oh, you're going to get a tour of her house, and you're going to have a mask on in the house.
Correct.
Oh, go ahead.
Then we are going to go outside into her lovely garden.
Right.
And I'm going to remove my mask once we sit outside, and I'm going to have and enjoy her company and a lovely lunch without my mask on.
I know this friend, and she has a very quiet voice. Sometimes it's hard to hear her, and I have to lean in. Are you going to lean in to hear her voice,
questions.
or will you sit far away?
I will sit, and if I don't hear her, I will ask her to repeat.
She's an idiot. I mean, she's just a fucking moron. I can't even take it.
She was a
Thank you, Nava
correspondent
Down
on-
South. Hey, Monique, new sub here. So a video with Who Are These Podcasts? Kevin. I was originally subbed to Kevin's channel, so that was cool. It was recommended, and I found this video. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're enjoying yourself, even though this show sucks. And oh my God.
Thank you, Nava. Please,
She's wearing
Nava,
a
don't forget
lampshade.
to add to our Patreon. Thank you.
So she goes into a whole story about how Howard drove her to meet some people that were picking up a cat, and it was in a parking lot. And he drove her. He said he drove. And
drove.
he's like, you know how much I hate driving, but I drove
He was
her.
in the backseat with the limo.
Let's not
And-
forget that this command of the language. This is a former correspondent of Access Hollywood.
6
and
languages.
Yeah, and speaks 6 languages
And
fluently,
speaks
and is
language.
an English major.
And can't open a
Exactly.
Word
She
document.
invented English.
Bucket hat. Wait, it's going by so fast. I can't
Look
even
at
click
that
on
face,
it.
dude.
Bucket hat Beth, my favorite Beth in the,
The
franchise.
years have not been kind to that face.
It's starting to look like
My favorite Beth in the franchise.
the alcohol bloat on the face,
Oh,
though, is starting to
Jesus
look bad.
Christ.
It's
Yeah,
starting
so
to look
anyway-
bad.
I just think that's bad Botox, you know.
So he drove her.
I think,
he drove
I think
her
it's a
to
little
the
bit
parking
of
lot.
column A.
Wait. He drove her to the parking lot so that she could drop off this cat. He's like, and imagine, he's like, I was shocked. He's like, you know, she takes off her mask. She hugs the woman. She shakes the guy's hand. And I'm like, she's not getting back in this fucking car. Like, what is she doing?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so you know when she's out of the house. There's no fucking way she's wearing a
You know
mask
what?
or doing
Oh, no.
anything.
In in Beth's defense, look at those mom jeans, dude. Those like go up to her nipples, man. What the fuck's going on?
You're not
there?
talking about Beth. You're talking about the other chick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
that's
about
a,
those
Well,
mom
I mean,
jeans.
that,
That's a-
Look at those things, dude.
That
The
is
yentas
an
that they find.
8-inch zipper right there, my friends. That
At
is 8
least.
inches. That is dad jean. This
Hey, whatever takes
is
the
about
focus
4.
off the face, right?
Hey,
yeah.
hey, up here.
Yeah.
Up here.
Dang,
I'd
that's-
more believe she was a model in Europe than Beth. as a
Oh,
model.
absolutely.
Beth is getting alopecia from starvation, perimenopausal,
Yes.
and extensions.
well.
That's why all the hats.
You know what
Oh,
though? It's kind
absolutely.
of nice to see her finally giving a cat away to a white person.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing but white people on here.
It's a fupa. That's exactly what it is, dude. She's hiding her fupa.
It can't find any minorities at all.
No,
It's
Apparently.
right here. See, look. I mean,
Yeah, I get it. Go to Roosevelt and give
Oh,
away
this is
cats,
the
Beth.
picture. Okay, wait, stay here. This is the picture. This is the picture where she gave the cat away in the parking lot, and Howard was in the car, and she's like, "Yeah, you know, if you notice, you'll see that I'm like, 3 feet away on either side from these people because I
whatever.
knew that he was looking at me in the car, and he was going to be really upset with me that I was like too close to these people."
oh Jesus.
It's like, okay, so he never looks at your stupid gram and
Stupid-gram.
sees like
Never
everybody
notices
else
the
that you're with.
stupid-gram.
out there.
Who is that? Is that like Charles Barkley White stepbrother? What's going on?
Walt Barkley.
Who wears the bigger
Barkley,
bra?
Exactly right.
Is that a bro
Okay.
or a man's
Yeah,
beard?
yeah.
Okay, so that guy has big.
It's all good. He's owning who he is.
Beefus is jealous.
Exactly. Actually, they give each other a run for their money here. Jesus. She's gonna be like that woman with the cat with the cartoon where the cat is shoved up their ass and
Yeah.
she's stapling into the wall missing cat. She has no
Exactly.
idea that it's like shoved firmly up her ass. Beth makes sure to show her pelvic bones to the middle-aged cat adopters. Yeah, of course. Of course, these are hanging like literally at her fucking
The
pelvic
picture literally looks like security said, "Okay, keep those hands where we can see them at
And who's
all
taking
times."
the picture there? Who's taking this picture?
I know.
Good question.
I don't know. Do you
If
have to
he's
help?
being driven, if she's being driven there,
Yeah,
no
it's
way
the
he
limo
drove her.
driver.
He does not go
Consuela
anywhere
on
near
her phone.
unattended members
Mike
of
the
the
cop.
public. Yeah, you're exactly
Consuela
right
with
about
her
that.
iPhone 4.
Dax
Like a
Plumbing.
vault.
Stop noticing his breast.
Eyes up here, guys. Eyes up here.
It's up here. It's the guys from Scott's bowling team.
The dude's like, I thought I was gonna meet Howard Stern. What the fuck is this?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're gonna move on a little bit. Oh, what happened? Oh, Dennis, you didn't have to disconnect yourself, silly Billy. Okay, so she walks him to work every morning, and then I just thought this was kind of fabulous. I'm gonna wait for Dennis to log himself back on. I only have 2 more clips, so we can talk about that, and then we're gonna go into cleaning out the computer with John's military heroes thing that was
That's
going
from
on. Here he is.
Abe took his request.
All right, here we go. All right, so I was waiting for you to come back because I just thought this was so funny because, you know, Robin gives all these gifts to everybody and they're always stupid. So here's her talking about a gift she gave to Beth and what her reaction was to it.
Right in the garbage.
I was informed yesterday that I was going to my friends for lunch.
Oh, no, sorry.
And
This
so
is
this
Beth walking
morning,
him to work every morning. Sorry. Here we
You
go.
know what I
hand-
always think
but-
of?
but
One time
Robin-
Beth and I were having a discussion. Wait a minute. We're having a
Wait a minute.
discussion. I think it was like at Christmas time or something.
Very whoopee of her.
And, you know, I had given her a purse as a gift. And she,
Who the fuck gives Beth a purse
I know,
as a
I know.
gift for Christmas?
Unless it's like a Hermes, it's like $3,000.
Hermes, you're so cute.
Okay, whatever. I don't know this shit.
And jack it up just a tit hair there
No
because
homo.
I think
Like 10
Hermes
grand.
starts at like
Monique,
8.
the Greek god,
Right.
is it Hermes or Hermes in terms of the Greek god, not the
I think
company?
it's Hermes.
Is it Hermes as
That's why I
he's a
said
god of
Hermes.
speed or something like that?
Yes.
I
it
only
is
know him from
Hermes.
Wonder Woman.
It is Hermes. Hermes.
Hermes. I am not knowing of
Hermes.
this. It's okay.
It's okay. You don't have to know. But
I
why
would have
would
said it too,
Robin,
Dennis. I would have said it too. I would have did.
Robin would give her
Because of
a
Wonder
bag
Woman.
for Christmas? Like seriously,
proud of you for
of
not
all
knowing that.
people, does she not ever see like Beth's closet? Does she not
Oh, I
know
know.
that
It's
every
so
bag
stupid.
she has is worth a minimum of like $5,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, listen to
Please.
the rest of this though. This is the funny part.
she said,
Peasant.
Robin,
Wait, let me go
you
back
know,
a little
I
bit.
had given her a purse as a gift. And she said, Robin,
God of speed and horse.
I don't even know where my purse is. We haven't been out of the house.
Really? I don't even know where
Wow.
my purse is.
You just took pictures
Seriously?
of them.
Is that a
Start looking in that
brag?
$15,000 closet.
$50 million closet.
Oh, 15 minutes. Sorry, my bad.
First of all, this whole
I got grounded in reality for a second. Sorry.
Exactly. What's
yeah,
wrong with
first
you?
of all, this whole fake story of them not going or seeing anyone is just getting really old at this point.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
is.
the
I mean, it
they
really is.
part of it. I think it's the they part of
Yeah,
it. It's
that they're
not
in
a
cahoots
her
on this.
part of it.
Well, yeah,
It's
that's what I
not
mean.
her.
But the whole
She's
We-
been
the
out
whole
all
story.
through COVID.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, you know, do as I say, not as I do, and
Exactly.
it's just it is. I mean, I want Sirius just to basically go, this is enough,
Enough.
and I want to see in September.
They
I
don't
want
want
to
to pay
see.
him off. You know that. They're not going to
I
pay
know
him
that.
off.
Either way, I just want it to end. I want it to end at this point.
Yeah, I know. But then, you know, there we'd be. Aw, Tiger Lily, you're so cute. I own 5 purses. See, this is, aw, 5.
Hey, Tiger
I think
Lily,
she's
I
saying,
own
why do
5
I need more?
I own 5 PlayStations.
PS5s.
Just 5 PS5. I play myself because I can't beat anybody else online.
Okay, so then we're
There
going to
you
move
go.
into just a little bit of Benji, which will actually get us right into cleaning out the computer because you happen to send some Benji content. So we all thought this was kind of curious that Benji admitted head writer, okay, does
Right.
not go
Yeah.
to the writer meetings anymore.
Yeah, I pointed that out in the thread. It was very, very weird.
It's very, very weird. Okay, so let's just listen to that. It's my last clip of the day, so here we go.
I heard you. I heard you stop going to all the writing meetings. I hear you don't even show up anymore.
I do sometimes, but
No.
maybe not as much in the last 2 months.
Listen to this silence of death. Hang on.
A whole big discussion about Benji this morning in our pre-show meeting. It was
Is there
determined by
something
my.
going on that you stopped showing up, Benji?
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go. What? Just answer straight. Don't talk in circles. What's going on?
Just some personal things that I don't want to get into too much.
Oh, you don't want to get into. Okay.
So why does he get a pass on that? Why does he get a pass on there's some personal things I don't want to get into, and Howard's like, oh, okay, we won't get into them.
Because he probably has Polaroids of Ralph and Howard.
Right.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Buckwall client and his
And
sister.
Robin
Done.
Brown.
Dead. Right
I don't know. That sounds really almost bribery-esque, the way he just shut up, stopped talking, and that was it. And, Benji still lives, I think, at the YMCA. Like,
No, is
he
that really
leads
serious?
a very bizarre, borderline weird
No, that-
Borderline.
Wait. Borderline. Wait. You say he actually really does live at the YMCA?
Last time I checked, yes.
All right. That's not borderline weird. That's like really. That's disturbed. I mean,
It's disturbing, right?
That's disturbing.
I know.
He
Zuma
makes-
Dog,
he makes
yes, you're right.
six
Writing
figures.
meetings, what's being written. I know. I know. That's not the point of this. He's head
Well,
writer.
who's the first one to tip us off that Will Murray, in fact, is the actual head writer now?
I don't know.
How did that first leak out? Because
Oh,
that's what it is.
I don't know.
I think they said it on the show. I think they actually
Did they say it on the show,
like
or
last
did
They may
year.
have said it on the show. Maybe we
Tell
saw
us-
it on his LinkedIn. I'm not even really sure.
was somewhere
But we did hear
last
that.
year,
That's
though.
for sure.
Confirmed. It's been confirmed. that Will
Yeah,
Murray is
that's
the actual
sure.
head writer.
Hey guys, real quick. Benji once again on his IMDb changed his birthday. Now he's born in the 70s. He's born in 79.
Now he's in the 70s.
He's younger than me.
When it first started, he was
Wow.
literally like 1965 or something like that.
Yeah.
Now he's 1971. What a
There's-
prick.
I noticed that Alyssa, who was having this whole thing with Andy
Elisa.
Dick or whatever his name is, they
Yeah.
said
The winners.
Alyssa Jordana 34. I'm like 34.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Was it the 20th anniversary of her 31st
Exactly.
31st birthday?
Well, so-
It's just funny that he constantly keeps changing his birthday like no one will notice.
Because he can.
Go back to Alyssa. She can't even find the right guy to grift. I mean,
No.
seriously, she's been trying and it just never
It's
never
just
works for her.
It's just not working.
Could you
But
imagine
yet
getting
somehow
cut
she
from-
survives. I mean,
Could you
she's,
imagine getting cut from the outtakes from Vanderpump Rules? That's does it get any lower on the run
Yeah,
of show
no, it doesn't.
business?
David, you're 1,000% right. I picture those 70 employees are like the people on the phones in the background of a telethon looking for a suitable real call to put on the air.
Yeah.
You know what? These guys are playing like computer games all day. They're
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, it's more like, no, you cannot cancel your subscription from here.
And the funny thing is that most of them are working from home. Like most of them aren't even in the office. So
I don't
they
buy
just
that
have
70.
meetings upon meetings. Total
It doesn't seem
circle jerk.
possible.
Well,
Listen, the
you
last
guys
time
in the
we
chat,
spoke-
you list the clips Monique's playing, and you guys in the chat, what on earth are we writing? What is written here? What is the pen? What is what
no,
is
I know what they wrote. They wrote that Genius Sal bit this morning that we didn't play the
Ooh.
clips, thank God.
Oh,
that
fuck
was
that.
him
Yeah.
doing the psychic
Jax.
bit again
Again.
for the 50,000th
Yes,
time.
and he was psychically talking
Psychic.
to his dead dog, who said that we will be together one day. And
Yes,
you know,
yes, his
and then
dead
Howard's like,
dog.
it's amazing that a dog can actually now speak English and tells you what it's doing.
It's actually more amazing that he can take pictures of his passed out wife and do 50 pages a day.
That's
of
exactly
comedy
right.
writing.
Non-New York listeners, yes. Okay, thank you. Cebu. Non-New York listeners, the
That's CB.
YMCA is where we send our kids for camp and swimming lessons, and we work out there and swim, blah, blah, blah. What do you mean Benji lives at the YMCA?
And sword fight. Don't
No,
forget sword
don't you
fights.
remember that at the YMCA, all YMCAs, they all have rooms. They all have single room SROs,
Ooga.
single room occupancies above where you work out and have the gym and the pool and all that shit.
And sword
They're
fight.
Historically, in all
Young man.
YMCAs,
And sword fight.
they have rooms for
And
people
sword
to
fight.
live in, and that's where
On guard.
Benji was living last I. What the hell are you blathering about back there?
And sword
sir?
fighting. There's a lot
Oh,
of sword
with
fighting
who?
at the
The
YMCA.
With Buddy?
On guard.
YMCA.
Touche.
You sword fighting with
Chevrolet.
Buddy? Yeah, see, look at Beth's principal. I stayed at the Y on my first trip to New York City in the late 80s. I was like 16. Yeah, see, people stay there. It's like a weird thing. I don't know. Okay, it is
Does
true.
your butthole whistle now?
All right. You know what? I am done with you guys. It is now time to.
Cleaning out the computer.
So this is a nice little segue from what we were just talking about with Benji, and John happened to send me a bunch of, and now John, here's what I did so that we don't have what happened to us yesterday. I actually went through all the clips to listen to all the germane parts of the clips, and in some of them I did cut out a little fluffernutter, and in some of them I did speed up some of the bullshit, especially with the military guests and him like going on and on about these heroes and parachuting out of shit and blah, 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 blah. So with that in mind,
Please tell me though you did keep the one where it really is the motivation, which I didn't even realize the first time.
Ida, it costs less to stay at the YMCA than what you just donated. So thank you so much for that. What were you saying, Jenny?
There's a gay, I like that tone of voice. What'd you say? Look, you, Jenny. There's a gay aspect to the military thing, which I believe underlies the whole thing, which I didn't even catch the first time.
Okay.
One of the soldiers is either transgender or a gay fireman, and that controls the whole narrative, which I didn't even catch the first time we did this.
Did not catch that, but I probably sped through it, so hopefully I didn't. But let's start with Benji, since we were just on a little Benji kick.
Can I explain this? So when we were playing the Benji thing, when he went after Howard, like, who was I can't forget. When Benji's cornered, he will say something that's verboten, like Robin's fat or Howard's fake teeth. So this was on the Robin thing. He was late. This is from 2000, and this is one of maybe 4 times in the history of the show
ever mentioned
Marcy and Jeremy are evoked.
Exactly.
And, so
this was the systemic beating up of Benji that was leading to ultimately kicking him out of the studio, which is what they wanted to do anyway. It's just Howard's passive aggressive way of making it happen, because of a couple of latenesses, which was in the big scheme of things nothing he really gave a shit about. But you know, he's just so passive that hiring Marcy was the way that he could make this happen.
And I want you to listen for his tone here, everybody.
Yes.
Chat.
I did cut this clip a little bit too, because this was like
strange.
a super long clip. Just so you know.
He sounds really weird here, and he does a thing. Okay. Tons of pauses, and he's kind of rattled. And I think this is a rare, real moment. He evokes the Marcy and Jeremy card, which maybe has happened 3 or 4 times in the history
Maybe.
of the show.
I did skip through a little bit of the pausing because it was a very long clip, and I got it down to an hour 45.
He can't be in the studio anymore, that's for sure. Because I wouldn't have even known he was late if he was in a studio participant.
Yeah, but everybody else would know he was late.
All right, but at least it wouldn't sidetrack me during the show.
Right.
Now I've spent 15 minutes on Benji
and
being late.
Go, please.
You think I'm embarrassed? And like I wouldn't have to deal with that.
Because there is an ultimate solution, and you would take it, Benji, if you were really embarrassed.
Well, I'm just going to put this in the hands of Marcy and Jeremy. Let them deal with them.
Yep.
Because that's what I'm moving toward in my operation, where we have separation between me. Those two run this entire radio organization.
There's a business, and then there's the show.
Yeah. Jeremy's the senior executive. Marcy's the here. I'll tell you our whole operation.
Marcy's the what?
Marcy's like the general manager, COO.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy's the senior executive producer type, and they'll deal with Benji. The problem is he has too much access to me. If they deal with him, then I don't have to be involved.
Because if you ask Howard, then he's like a pussy about it and says okay. Right. But if you put like a strong man in charge, then they'll deal with it, and he doesn't have to be the bad guy. That's what it is.
It is just a business decision.
Yeah, it's just business. No offense.
Just business.
So I'm bowing out of the Benji business. And Benji, you can't be in the studio anymore after today, okay? Because it just fucks my whole show up. I'm spending the whole time on you. But if I this is what my move is. I took myself out of. I'm not the boss here. I don't run things.
You just want to have fun. You want to enjoy yourself.
I want to come in and be late, but I'm not. I'm conscientious.
So yeah, that is actually Greenpoint. You're right. In the hands of Marcy and Jeremy, it's really one of the rare moments he has ever said not only Marcy's name, but Marcy and Jeremy's name. Yeah. I mean, I know we're getting into the fucking weeds of how, horribly in tune with this fucking show we are, but it's true.
No, this is everything. This isn't weeds. This is everything. This runs, and it's also too. It's so patronizing to act like he's not running the show himself. They know you're the man. They know that they know they're the middleman. All the staff knows you're running the show. You're just admit you're not the good guy. Nobody thinks you're the good guy. That
They're hired
ship sailed.
thugs. That's
They're
all it
hired
is.
thugs. They know what you're
That's
doing.
how they are.
He, in his little mind, he thinks he is, can be the good guy because he's having other people do what he wants to have done.
Exactly.
But it doesn't work that way because they take the orders from him, and he I don't know if he's just that stupid or just that disingenuous.
The no accountability thing. This is your show. Everything on the show is what you want. Nothing gets on the show you don't want, whether it's a guest or a
there's not a shot
segment.
in hell that a Marcy decides that she's going to let somebody go or whatever without running it past
She's
you.
going to have dominion over him in any way. Like Jen Psaki is a great comparison.
That is a great comparison.
That's a great comparison. That's
Yeah,
and the red hair and everything.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's really good.
All right, so where should I go next? So I'm not necessarily
why don't
sure
you do
we
the
need...
one in line with that same day, and we'll segue into the military stuff. And that is when Howard somehow, Dennis, you probably remember this. Howard brings up Beth's uncle Tom, who was Sergeant Major or something, and this is to threaten Benji that you would never last in the military. So somehow Howard evokes Beth's uncle Tom. And I don't mean that in a
I don't even know this. I don't even know. Like, I didn't listen to this clip, but I've never heard this. So let's.
Dennis definitely knows.
I
This.
remember uncle was an FBI man, fascinating man. Had a great conversation.
I bet you he was on time.
FBI guy.
Oh, fuck. Any guy you know in the FBI, these are top quality people. Her Uncle Tom, forget about it. This guy.
Don't ask.
I mean, he was a top FBI guy.
FBI, everybody get down on the ground.
This is a no-nonsense guy. Tom Ostrowski.
Who was in here? Oh,
You guys be fucking him in the ass. He wouldn't last 5 minutes in the military. I know military guys.
Well, the point is
One of my
that
best friends is a sergeant major, and this fucking guy, he is so disciplined. He would kill himself if he was late.
That's the point.
No?
These are the magical friends.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
That's SEAL Team Sex.
SEAL Team
SEAL
Sex.
Oh yeah, right. So the driver, right, is Pete?
Yeah.
Is his name? Shit. I'm telling you, Pete, right?
No,
No, was that another clip? No, it's today. I'm sorry, different clip. That's the military. That's different. That's a different batch.
Yeah, what's with the fucking in the ass thing? What was that about?
That's what it gets.
Ooga.
That's what a fruit basket does. Goes right to the
Ooga.
Howie Brasco making an appearance, right?
Okay,
He's
so
a
let's
fucking guy.
let's start the conversation about the tribute to the military. So yesterday we were talking about how Howard said at one point that he was going to, for now on, once a month he was going to bring in somebody from the military or from the police or from the fire department to talk about their lives. And, they're the ones that should be getting awards and not these stupid actors for their stupid roles. And, these are the real heroes of America. And
we should say courtesy of Abe Tookus' request.
yes, Abe Tookus did request this, and we thought about this.
You better be in the chat, Abe. Don't tell me we're doing this and you're not fucking here.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's not.
We're doing this for you, Mr. Tookus.
This is like Johnny Depp bailing out on the last day.
So
of the
there's
trial.
two other clips. Howard leaves family out and hides in car, and Bradley Cooper and Marky Mark goof on Howard's fake teeth.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
sure
that's
if
a
we're gonna
teeth.
get to those.
They're quick. Those are Marky
So we
Mark.
might
and,
wait on
Bradley.
that and let's
All
go to
right,
the
you want to do
military thing.
tomorrow? I'm willing to do them tomorrow.
I'm going to leave them up here. So, but let's go to the military thing. So here we go.
That upsets
Oh,
me
Jesus,
about
Jesus,
this
Jesus,
show
Jesus,
even,
sorry, guys.
and all of show business, is how little regard we have for our military, our police, and firemen. And I don't mean, of course, we're grateful, but we don't really devote enough time to them. So I was in a meeting the other day, and
With
we
who?
started talking about maybe, and I don't want to commit to a time frame, but maybe once a month or something, we bring in a guy from the military, man or woman, and we
Right.
interview them in the same way that we'll interview, Geraldo or,
or a porn star.
or a porn star or a singer or anything. And really
Can you imagine getting into the fucking weeds with like a sergeant at arms?
I'm trying to picture it. I'm actually trying
2 hours
to imagine
with,
that
like,
would go.
a master sergeant.
And
2
about,
hours.
you know, is your father jealous of you being in the army?
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing he could talk to these people about.
Oh, he could. He'd be like,
Oh, no.
Tell us about the first time you took a shower with the other.
Well, he would need Brent. He would need Brent to coach him through the talking points.
either that
And
or
he
it'd
doesn't
be-
have
and
anybody.
he doesn't
Maybe
have-
Or Gunk-
Mehmet. Maybe
no,
he
no,
can
no.
use
Maybe.
Mehmet.
It would be Gunk on Guns. It could be Gunk
Yeah.
on Guns.
Yeah,
also,
it's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He
All
will
right,
Kind
let me
he's-
of get to know these guys a little bit and what their service is. You know,
Well, I think that is a public service.
yeah, and we always are interested in not to. You know, whenever when we had the guy in who killed bin Laden, he was so interesting. And when we used to have a guy in all the time who was served over in Iraq, and he'd come in and tell us what the lowdown was on the war.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
We haven't heard from him. I think he was suffering from PTSD or something, he said. And I don't know if it was good for him to come in anymore, but the guy was suffering.
Okay, so that's how he starts this thing. Then he starts getting into the weeds a little bit. And you will forgive me on some of these other clips that were like 4 minutes long where I had to like kind of fast forward. But let's listen about his friend Pete from the marching band.
So someone identify. You know Pete Dennis? Is he SEAL Team Sex? What is this guy?
He
He's
probably
fucking
is.
gay.
Anybody he talks about that has military experience is in SEAL Team Sex.
So
'Cause,
Pete,
I mean,
we got
that's
now
all
on the team.
All his protection
Mike,
is
Pete,
ex-
right.
Yeah, is either ex-New York City police or ex-military.
Correct.
That's his private
Because they
security.
carry. That's why. Because
One
they
of the
carry.
more interesting clips we played in
All of his
cleaning out
guards
the
are
computer.
armed guards. Every
Yes,
single
they
one
are.
of them.
They're all armed.
We played a clip of Elliot Offen going crazy in the studio from 2006, and so what happens is the real security emerges as shit's about to go down, and there were like 4 guys, which I believe, and it's not just the walk to the freight elevator. I mean, there's another team of serious security that came out of nowhere when Elliot Offen started going nuts. And that's the real security.
Well, but they do have security there. I mean, it's not just Howard security. You
I think it's
you
more,
can't
but-
even go upstairs. There's like 2
this was
security
Howard's-
guards right at the front door at Sirius
Right.
as well.
But these were Howard's security that came in and tackled Elliot.
Oh, I don't know that.
They just emerged out of nowhere, and Ronnie
All
got
I
pushed
know,
aside.
all I know is that last time when he was going to be on the Tonight Show and I took pictures outside, right? Okay, so there was a
Yes.
driver. There was a guy
Yes.
who sits next to the driver. And then there was another car with 2 guys in it. So you had 4 security guys for the Tonight Show. To
That you
just
knew of.
literally go across the street, shake hands with people. But then also the Tonight Show had 3 security guards who were outside waiting for Howard. So in total, there had to be like at least 7 security people around Howard, but only 4 of them were actually Howard's. The other 3 were from the Tonight Show.
Xavier, you have some intel on AGT, right? What did he have there?
He loves going back to
I don't know. He did it in the trailer. But you know what I find interesting, this whole military thing? Didn't he like ghost Joey Boots, who was a veteran?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
Cabby, who was a veteran?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
So he's had quite a few characters on the show that have served, and he just loses their phone number.
Doesn't he
all
bring
the time.
Cabby up here, Monique, without saying his name? He said we had this fucking guy who went to Iraq. I went to
But
Desert
Joey Boots
Storm.
did too.
Yeah, and I think
he did.
He won't say his name.
You know, we're going to have Cabby on again. He wants to come on, so I'd like to pick his brain a little bit about that. So
he knows a lot of
we're
shit. though.
definitely going to do
He
that.
really does.
All right, let me just go into friend Pete's marching band clip. Here we
Every
go.
night.
I was talking to a buddy of mine. His name is Pete. You met Pete, Robin. He's a cop.
Little Petey, Big Petey, and Repeaty.
I was talking to him.
No.
I said, "What are you
backstory.
doing this weekend?" We talk quite a bit. Love this guy. He's just
Why
a
do you-
fucking great guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back.
Salt of the earth.
And one of the things he does is he's part of a marching band. What do you call that? What is the bagpipe band? He plays the drums.
Oh,
bagpipe.
I didn't know they had drums in bag. I didn't know they had drums in bag.
Beat the fucking bass.
He's got that big drum.
And Pete tells me he doesn't wear any underwear. But anyway, I said, "What were you doing?" He goes, "I was down in Florida." I said, "What are you doing down there?" He says, "Actually, we played the funeral of a guy who just died."
Oh.
I said, what went on? He says, "You got to hear this." He says, "These guys were salt of the earth." Like, I'm talking about guys from West Hampton They were
only
part of the
captains
106th Rescue Wing of the Elite Air National Guard. So I said to him, what is that? That's how little I know.
Yeah, no shit.
These guys were all military guys, but they all then lived, and they can be called up for service at any time. And their service is this Elite Air National Guard. They're kind of considered heroes. They jump in when situations are going to shit.
Like what?
Let's say a bunch of soldiers are trapped. They kind of drop in
From the
and they go
Hamptons.
and rescue them. We're living civilian lives. And there was some sort of helicopter crash in Iraq a few weeks ago, and all these guys from Long Island died. They were scheduled to come home in a few months. And I started to hear their stories, and I said, nobody gives a shit. Yeah, their families do, and other service guys do, but the rest
we
of
don't
us,
even know they're dead or
Like,
that
yeah.
it happened.
Oh, fuck off.
Wait. So he's almost describing a Seagal movie. I mean, seriously, like these guys, they're living normal lives, and suddenly they're dropped into the middle of a war zone to save other military guys.
You may be above the law, but
What's-
you're not
what's that
above mine.
I mean, come on.
What's that Stallone franchise? The Expendables? That's what he's
Yeah, that's
describing.
what it
These
sounds
guys
like.
are. They're all the
Exactly.
Expendables.
Is
But
Lee
by the way,
Marvin in
this
I
is Howard's attempt at making it look like he's not a sociopath. So he's concerned for the military. And, and these guys, and I have, this is him trying to fool you into thinking he's not the
The
biggest
real
fucking
interview
asshole.
would start with, do you know any rear admirals?
Exactly.
But he's
Do you
also
ever see
badge
anybody's cocks
money.
when you're in the shower?
Yeah.
But so he just continues on, and I'm sorry for the next two clips. I just had to go through it because he just didn't shut the fuck up about it.
as a start off to this, I just want to mention these fallen soldiers. One guy, you got to hear their stories, and this is why I think we should have these guys in every once in a while who serve.
Okay, they're fallen soldiers.
One guy was Tech Sergeant Dashon J. Briggs. Now you got to hear this.
Father of two young kids.
This is going on about some guys in the army. And how they died.
There's a gay element here.
So I bet he made donations to their families. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure he On and on and on about all these fucking guys.
So this is what's going on in people's lives, but I do want to honor these guys. I heard about them. I said, nobody ever mentions guys like this. So,
I hope in some way this will help people to remember that these guys are out there doing it every day, and it fucking makes me sick that.
So
Mr. Whiskers understood every word. Okay.
It was indeed a trip. So so he literally goes on and on. This is the only time he has ever done this.
Yep.
So he decided he was going to do this once a month.
Once a month.
And this is the only. Thank you, Tiger Lily. I'm sure you all appreciated my cut on that one because it was 4 minutes
No,
long.
she missed one thing. There was a guy in there that is gay. And so his interest in him, and he only mattered because this is a gay fireman, and he had to come out of the closet, and so that's I believe his major motivation for bringing. That was one of the guys.
He probably was on a long trip. He probably had a long drive. So there's this fucking guy Pete, who's probably his driver, who's packing heat, right? Pete packing heat, and he and so he just chewed his fucking ear off, and so Howard is only as good as his last conversation. Yeah. So he said, you should get together. You should get a couple of these guys' names together for me so that I can mention them on air because I'm going to start doing, a tribute to them. And this is literally and how long ago was this, Johnny?
This is 4 years ago. 4
years. Never mentioned them again.
Not even a mention. Not only did I not commit, not even a mention.
Not even a mention.
Wasn't this around the time that one of his whack packers was shoplifting groceries and then died?
Yes.
I mean, exactly literally, right. Like the people who made him who he is are just like disposable napkins. But now he wants to be all altruistic and shit.
Pete with that big, thick, hot meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Tiger Lily seems to think he dropped it because his Hollywood friends don't want him honoring military.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'll run with that.
I mean,
it's also that and the whole minimalist thing. It's just like the shiny object in front of him.
Yeah, it's all about the shiny object.
His inner badge bunny is fighting his inner star fucker, and he doesn't know which one.
Yeah, he's really conflicted. He's conflicted between his bunny.
But you're
and his
absolutely
vodka.
right. He is only good as his last conversation. With that goldfish brain, it's always prisoner of the moment. Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have these military guys on. And he says it to, and he won't even say pizza. Just say it's security. Just say it's your fucking security.
No, they're friends.
They're
All
friends.
his
Good.
friends are paid friends.
Salt
Don't
of
we
the
forget
earth.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're
He
all
doesn't
paid
have to be a
friends.
real friend.
Ben is asking, so if you walked on the beach outside his Florida or Hampton's mansions, would these armed security guys come running out after you?
Probably.
No,
I think so.
technically it's not a private beach. There are no private beaches
no.
in New York or in Florida.
All right, yeah, but if you walked on the property, they definitely would be.
On the property, yes, but on the beach, no.
On the beach, no, it's not private. You're correct.
Not on the beach. But you can't you almost can't even see his house from the beach. There are so many dunes in front of it and like walls.
In Palm Beach, you can.
In Palm Beach, you can, but not from the
'cause
front. Though.
there's like one of those walls, the sea walls that goes right up to the property.
That's
In the
exactly
Hamptons,
right.
You're right.
And there's
It's
a
like
shit ton of hedgerows. I mean, there's a video that we have. I think it's on our site, or it's on our YouTube channel where Johnny takes a little ride to his Hamptons compound, so you can see it's literally just hedgerows. Like there's nothing to see, literally. The mailboxes are all the mailboxes are all at the front, and there's nothing else to see. Okay, this is my last military clip, and I also sped through this one, so hang on.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't have some timetable, but I was thinking like once in a while we have these guys in and we hear what they're up to. It's so fascinating,
I can't imagine being that giving and that loving for your country and for your fellow man. Especially not if you explain the brain a few hours ago. Yeah. I don't even know how these guys, as my friend Pete said, they're salt of the earth. Because these are the guys that serve. Their whole life is service.
Salt of the earth.
I don't know. It just, like I said, they're the ones that should be featured. There should be a big award show. Like they should get dressed up. Yeah, they should get Giselle Bundchen.
They
Not
should
the
have
football player.
award shows. Yeah.
These guys are risking their lives. I know. They always say Tom Brady's so brave. He stays in the pocket. No, I'll tell you who's brave. I'll tell you who's brave. The elite Air National Guard, 106. That's brave. Fucking jumping into like combat situations.
That's brave. That's brave.
If it wasn't for guys like them.
I wouldn't have the freedom to sit here and yell at JD.
Or the guys on the Mad Dog Radio.
This is what he's
They're
doing.
beautiful guys.
Beautiful guys.
I don't have that gene. But I thank God for guys who are sheepdogs. I'm a lamb.
Remember this sheep
I'm a
dogs?
big pussy, right, Fred?
I wouldn't say that.
Fred's such a doll, isn't he?
Absolutely not.
Get over here and blow me.
Well, that'll be next hour.
Oh, am I right, Fred? We don't honor these guys enough.
Not enough.
No.
Absolutely wrong.
Absolutely not. You're 100% right.
I had to leave the Fred in because that's Fred's first speaking appearance in all of 2018. That's his,
And his last.
And there you go.
All right, so this is Johnny going up and approaching the incredible drive that leads to the parcel of incredibly expensive homes where
Southampton.
Howard resides.
Man of the
The whole
people.
pathway?
The
whole pathway looks like you're going up to a maximum security prison, like where they
It
have
looks like a
electric
bridal
cars.
path
It's so
in like, the
uninviting.
UK somewhere.
It's so uninviting. You feel guilty already, and I'm not even close to where they are. You got to put the volume on because you got to hear the GPS acknowledgement.
I'm not the one who can put that
Oh,
on.
I'm controlling. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
There's just signs everywhere. It's like keep out, don't. Full time, and I thought to go. Let's see, and it was a time. He of course was off that week, so
I should say that Bon Jovial took liberties, so he must have fused together.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he took this from a show, I think, and then
could have been there, but I'm not positive.
It could
So
have
this
been
is like a
Florida, too.
Tuesday,
You
and
never know.
it could have been Florida. All right.
All right, let's
Really
see
nice
what
day,
let's see what Johnny's got for us. Here we go. I think I heard a fart there, Johnny.
Okay, so let me. You know what? Right here.
They're calling it.
This is a private neighborhood, so there's just signs everywhere. It's like keep out, don't. This is like the Batcave entrance where you look at it. It is so uninviting to a pedestrian, a commoner. It's like I'm driving. The only reason my car got through here because I think Howard's housekeeper drives the same car, so it's like
Can you see
pre-approved. They think
the
it's a,
new cleaning woman
it's
trying
like
to figure out
Hondas,
where the
like
fuck to go?
Yeah, like an alligator pit for Hondas or trapdoor for Hyundais.
It's all 89 Toyota Corollas.
Oh my God.
Private.
Es mi carro. No le hagas nada a mi carro.
Pero fuera.
Pero fuera.
Plug cave. I'm gonna turn around as soon as I get some kind of.
Bon Jovial remastered this.
Yeah.
You were entering.
Oh
the
my
depths
God.
of-
Turn left on Old Town. Look at this.
Arm interrupting
It's such a
Arm's
weird
voice on an
song.
arm
Yeah.
tape is so meta.
Turn left on Old Town.
then turn right.
There's all sorts of cameras and shit.
There is. There's cameras.
Exactly what it looks like in Palm Beach as well.
Yep,
This
that's
is
exactly
the
right.
line of the night, Melvin.
Dude,
That's
There are
you did
cameras
work-
everywhere.
Turn left on Old Town.
Wait, can
Then
you
turn
pause it
right
for
on
1 second?
Wickabog Road.
Wigabod Road? What was it?
Yes. Isn't that perfect?
Oh my
Turn left on Old Town. This is so
Turn right on Wickabog Road.
Where am I?
Ghetto house on the left there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, this is crazy.
We're such dicks. Really zooming
In a
right
quarter
down.
of a mile. Turn right on Pheasant Lane.
Pheasant Lane. That's where I lost my virginity.
Oh,
You
look
need to
at
buy
you,
John a
John.
GoPro.
Okay, I'm going south, Monique. I'm going towards the ocean. So now you can see like a clearing up here. See the ocean in the background?
No, I don't see the fucking
What
ocean.
ocean?
No, it's like
The ocean. Ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alec Baldwin. I am entering Squabble Lane, home of Howard and Beth Stern, aka
In a quarter of a mile.
Skeleton Twins.
You'll arrive at 17 Squabble Lane.
Johnny, how is it that I never saw this? I'm dying.
I showed it to you 100 times.
This should be
I posted the thread. He
Dying.
said, "Great job," and
Did
then
we
you
do
boned
it-
Devonta with
you-
Sean Young.
This should be a show.
We did this as a show.
Yeah, this
Monique,
should-
you were there.
But you know what? Nothing is better than the GPS in I'm the not background.
Oh
though.
yeah, that's important. That's why I'm not talking a lot.
That's me talking then, not me now. I'm not talking.
Oh, I thought you were talking now.
There's like speed
you
bumps,
watch
Monique,
this.
that are designed to get rid of Hondas and Hyundais.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alec Baldwin. I'm here with Ilaria, doing yoga in my back seat. I'm entering home of the Skeleton Twins, Howard and Beth Stern.
There's speed bumps
I
down.
didn't know you have speed bumps really fast.
Yeah, oh yeah.
60 miles an hour.
There's
My car would have completely fucking bottomed out.
look at the bushes. You can't see anyone's yard.
No,
They're all
nothing.
covering. Look at the. I'm nervous that I'm nervous. There's cameras everywhere too. Like that you just. I know. I've seen them.
Free fucking country. You
I
can go
figured it'd be snipers.
The better
But
part
still,
is that the beach is public, so if you could find somewhere to go out on it, you could walk right up
Oh,
to
they
the
make sure
fucking
there's
house
no
from the
place
other
to park
side.
in these places.
Over there for
And I gotta-
early October surf, the water should still be a
You going over the fucking speed bumps is killing me.
brisk 68 degrees in my hairy-chested wetsuit.
That's how
You've
it's
arrived
driving.
at your first stop. Make a U-turn on Murray Place.
Ladies
That's
and
the dead
gentlemen,
end. The ocean's right behind that house.
17 Squabble Lane.
So this is one entrance. See that gate right there? And then I'm gonna spin around and where the real gate is.
You should have rammed him.
Ladies
I
and
mean,
gentlemen,
speed,
I'm
Mr.
Radio
Sulu.
Gunk. This is Alec Baldwin. I'm reporting to you from
This is so
17
fucking
Squabble
trippy.
Lane,
Listening to you,
home
listening
of
to
the
you,
Skeleton Twins,
listening to
aka
you.
Howard.
This is messing me up really bad right
Yeah,
now.
it's fucking me up.
Leading up
I
to-
hate
Look
it.
at that.
Oh, absolutely.
Look
This
at
is why
that.
you should have released your
So
drone.
what are we looking at right now?
I don't know.
We
I think we
need a
shut it
drone.
down.
Jovial,
We need a
Bon
drone.
Jovial apparently induces a map after this and shows like an overhead, I think. So let's see what he does.
It's a driveway entrance. That's how you. That's way.
Back of my car doing yoga. I plan on going body surfing with my
So
chest.
so they have a gaggle of mailboxes away from the address, way away from the address. So this is like a quarter of a mile on the main road with Squabble Lane. This is where Laura Lackner would pick up Howard's mail.
There, in place of the wetsuit. The community.
They're gonna. Okay, stop that. If I get out of the car, you don't know what cameras are. They have cameras there, so they're gonna see me. So I stay in the car and I can turn around. So I didn't want to go that far. I wanted to get out, but
You need a drone.
so now I come out of the neighborhood
Shut it
and I see this. So the Squabble Lane residents, Michael J. Fox, I think Scarlett Johansson's over there. They have their mail. They don't want the mail people. They don't want Carl Malone and this mailman that's coming anywhere near the house. So they have the boxes on a neutral street, which is about a half a mile north of where that was. These are all the neighborhood's mailboxes. They don't want you coming. They don't even want the mailman near.
Let me go to
It's like you just.
So Bon
Main Street to
Jovial
get
does
there and
Bon Jovial does an aerial, I guess, and he incorporates it into the video.
immediately it's like keep out. There's like 100 signs, and it's like you just don't. there's nothing comfortable about driving through that. You just feel I don't belong. You just all your
Imposter complex.
pedestrian middle class just starts to like loom over you, and you shrink down into the have and the have-nots, and the 1%er envelops you and bats you out. Like I said, the only reason I think my car was because I think Consuela drives the same car, and it's pre-approved.
So
You
lest
ain't
we
from
all
around
forget,
here,
so
are
that we
you,
can.
boy?
It's the multi-arm verse. Yeah,
See
exactly
where it was that John was.
You're kind of there.
Yeah.
I see.
To the right.
I see Squabble Lane.
This is it.
It's to the far right. Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be it.
That's Murray
That's the
Place.
big one.
That's Chimneyville. That's Chimneyville.
That's where it is. That's where it is.
Yeah.
Those are the bushes I went down. You don't understand how narrow that street is. You can't fit 2 cars at once. I had to stop. I tried it once. I had to let a guy. It was a service guy. I think it was a UPS guy. I had to let him go completely, get off to the side. My car had to hit the bush because he couldn't get through how narrow the street was.
It's like driving in Italy. Okay.
Right. So here's Squabble Lane, and here's how it goes around.
It's like it's so far away from the tip of the driveway.
Let's go to the ocean.
And so yeah,
Besides
so
that
you could access the beach if you could ever get onto the beach, which there's no parking for beach for anybody there, even though it's public property. So here, this is all you see from the beach.
Good
It's just
job,
a little
Monique.
wooden walkway. That's it. And then all of this is completely covering where the house
Yeah.
is. Like you.
Oh my God, is that a balloon? I gotta get out there and get that.
Oh my God, it is a balloon.
Oh my God, this is a
Plastic
balloon.
arm.
I gotta put a tourniquet on the pelican.
You can't see shit from anywhere. All you see is this. That's it.
You know what
So-
it's like? Here in San Diego, all the really nice beaches have like these multi-million-dollar houses built around them. So they make sure the beach is public, but they make it impossible for you to
course
drive
they make it
and
impossible.
park anywhere within like miles of that beach.
That's right.
You have to
There's
huff
no
it.
public access parking,
Right.
nothing like
Exactly.
that.
Monique,
And
did
you
you
need
help
like
out
a
with that
pass
map?
to go onto the beach in most places.
Monique, did you
Do
help
you
out
really?
with that map?
Yeah.
Did you help out with that map overhead with in the video?
I did
Was
that map.
you?
That was
you
my
did
map.
that map in Bon Jovial remaster. Okay.
Yeah, no. I had gone onto Google Maps and I was doing it real time while you were talking. Actually,
Bobby
that's
Guggenheim.
what we
The
had first
show.
done. Multiple qualities of Arm's voice is killing me. I'm crying laughing.
Bobby
so-
Guggenheim.
Bobby Guggenheim is just a place where you don't have a clue, but even on the water, there is such a difference. It's like if any of us showed up on that street, what?
I know, he's spot on.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
poor
yeah.
Jeff versus.
I could
the
probably get
Hampton
away with it.
complete
They'd probably say, "Go. The pool stuff is over there." Go clean it.
Exactly. Exactly. Can I have another
Duty!
mimosa, please?
Exactly.
The
My
hedges are
Shirley
looking
Temple
tall.
is warm.
Yeah, we would stick out like a sore thumb. They know. It's funny. So let me tell you a really quick story. I don't know if I told it on air or not, but when I was down in Florida, I met this this couple who have a house in Amagansett, and he said that Howard was a total douchebag to him on the beach. He was walking down the beach with Beth, and he was out there with his friends, and he's probably like Howard's age, maybe a little bit younger, and was hanging with his friends, and they were smoking a cigar or whatever, and Howard walks past with Beth, and he's like, "Hey, Howard, man, how you doing? What's going on? Blah 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 blah." He's like, and he just looked at me with like a death stare. Like, stay the fuck away from me. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. He's like, and me and my friends are like, wow, douchebag. What a fucking douche he is.
Well, I love that Tom Brady story where Tom Brady had not been famous yet. I think he might have won his first Super Bowl, and Howard knows nothing about sports because he's a fruit basket. And Tom Brady came up to him in the Hampton, said, "Hello, I'm a huge fan. Hi, I can't." And then he no eye contact, nothing, just not.
No.
Completely gave him the.
No,
crazy
that's who he is, though. That's
It's almost
who
like
he
he's a
is.
miserable bastard.
But how great was it, Tom Brady
He's
of
a
all
sea
people
monkey.
calling him out on that?
Yeah, I love
the
that.
most
I
famous
love that.
athlete on the face of the earth.
It's amazing you made it that far in. Beth's parents have never made it to that point.
Or his kids.
Yeah.
Or his
All
grandchildren.
right.
Anyway.
Anywho, so I think we're going to wrap up. I'm not going to do the calendar tonight simply because, we're still in the same week and there's really nothing else to talk about when it has to do with
calendar.
Howard's current schedule. So Johnny did make an update to the guest list for this year. Now, remember, it's the middle of June. So we have the following. So this is who he's had as guests so far this year. Johnny Knoxville, Al Michaels, Dana Carvey and David Spade, Foo Fighters, Ben Stiller, Bob Odenkirk, Courtney Cox, Jon Stewart, Machine Gun Kelly, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Molly Shannon, Amy Schumer, Jared Carmichael, Sheryl Crow, Harry Styles, Michael Che, and Post Malone. I forgot all about
list.
Sheryl
This
Crow,
was
by the way.
1997.
I did too.
Yeah, that's some list.
January 3rd to June 15th. That's what he's had on.
Yes.
15
Are there
days.
any guests tomorrow, Dennis? Do you know?
Nope, no guests tomorrow. He's
grooving. He's just grooving. He's just grooving, just like he is in this video.
Can't wait.
All right, guys. So thank you so much
Like and
for our
subscribe. It helps
participating.
us.
KC, we missed you tonight. As a matter of fact, Tiger Lily was asking for you several times. I didn't put it up on the comments, but just
Isn't
to
it
let you know,
romantic?
she was looking for you. So you guys have a great night.
she was.
Hopefully, if tomorrow is a boring show day, we will definitely open up the phone lines, and so prepare for that. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.